one.
Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-brum.
I
Boom,
swear.
boom, 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 boom.
Okay, so it should just be recording. As long as I don't get a notification from the Banter Bros thing, we should be okay. Maybe I do hit live accidentally all the time. Okay, so I can't change my background. What the heck? Oh, no. Speak of the devil.
That happens from time to time.
Hold on. Not never happens on Riverside. Riverside, help! I just signed up for insurance. And Banter Bros is live. This sucks. Oh, whatever. All content is good content, I guess. Okay.
Yeah. Let me
All right.
play a little something.
We're gonna get banned again. We already got one copy strike. Are you? I
2
don't understand
seconds.
you. Yeah, and we're gonna get a notice. We'd like you to cease and desist.
I'm almost certain this song is stolen from another song.
I think it's time to blow this scene, get everybody in the stuff together.
That's a cool intro, I think.
Okay, I don't know what the hell the point of that was. Okay, hold on. I gotta resize all my stuff,
Get
and then
some
I gotta
juices flowing.
figure out why it's doing what it's doing. But whatever. Okay, it just tried to open Instagram. Okay, so we're on, right? We're on live. We're not supposed to be live, but we're on live. Let's see. Heads up, your device is struggling to keep up with the processing requirements. Close other app. It's because I have the other apps open. So that means I have to go get off of mine. God dang it. What a waste. That's why I can't change my background. My camera's struggling. It's a cheap camera. It doesn't matter. We're live on both chat. We're doing it all for you. Damien, this is all for you. What are you doing?
Keep rolling, I think. Keep rolling. Don't worry, sir. We're gonna cut the feed.
We're gonna cut the feed.
Keep rolling. Just keep on with it. Go for it.
Okay,
Boom,
all
boom,
right.
boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom.
because I got 3 hours worth on mine. I'm not about to give that up. Again, the more hours you're on Twitch, the better. All right, chat. Quick early morning announcement since we might not be able to get a recording later since just some guy is going to be celebrating Father's Day tomorrow, and Jackal and Savage will not be because our children are being kept from us. So it's okay though. We already have 4th of July plans. We're going to cook some burgers. We're going to cook some dogs. We're going to be grilling outside because that weekend, go figure, chat. Every weekend for the last month, it has been raining nonstop, including this one. But that specific weekend, sunny skies up to 89 degrees. It's almost like the universe said, yes, cook, barbecue, have some camaraderie, and let's have a good time. I'm going to get the old karaoke out, and I'm going to go ahead and do some stand up comedy in the backyard, let everyone here in the neighborhood, because I think this is how we're going to get Banter Bros out there. I got a 3 minute bit I'm working on. Let's we'll try it out later after we talk about everything. Let's get the juices flowing right now. So, just some guy wants to talk about what did you want to talk about?
Little of this, a little of that. Father's Day. I want to talk about Father's Day. Good, bad, ugly. I think we can cover it all. Then let us know in the chat what you guys want to talk about. If you agree with us, if you want me to disagree, I'll be the devil's advocate or contrarian. But me and my brother always disagree anyway, so we're already going to have a natural banter about us. But
I never met this
let's
man
see.
before, chat. And like I said, y'all just saw it, chat. Y'all literally just saw it in the episode we were streaming. He
Uh-huh.
loves to argue. He loves to be the devil's advocate. And yet somehow I'm the evil guy because I refuse to label who they were. 30 minutes worth of who is they? Who are you? That's what you did for 30 minutes.
Me?
Anyways, yeah, I don't know how you don't remember. You argue with me because who are they? Tell me, tell me who they are. All right, chat. I got to get a green screen. This is terrible. Anyways, so
All right, I got something for you to start us off. Pinterest, how cool.
and then we get another ban.
Nah, that's not the one. Sorry. Let me switch it real quick.
Oh, my knee.
Hey, just what do you call it? Bear with us, chat. Bear with us. Here we go. Something to start off Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And one last thing.
I just got a notification for email. We heard that you were playing music. You will now get one strike against your account. And I was like, I told him, I told him, I told him.
Oh man, you could. So you could hear that, huh? All right. Well, I played all in 3 seconds. You guys get the gist of what the song is?
I don't think they even heard the song. And again, it's only just you and me in here right now. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Can you hear the song or no?
No, I can't hear the song. We don't need to hear the song. We're gonna get banned.
It's 2 seconds of a song.
Okay, well, again, let's go. Dead air. I'm gonna start my
Say
comedy
dead
bit.
air, but I don't think so.
Representing Sunfire TV, y'all. She's got her
Oh,
band
yeah.
started. She's gonna step away from Twitch officially. She's doing it. Took 4 years, but she's doing it, and that's what we're starting here today, chat. I could have started 4 years ago. I chose not to. I chose to dive into my demons and dive in the mud and not get out. But now here we are. We got a business. We got the website coming to y'all. We're gonna make it there one day, chat. Too. Mark today's date. It is Saturday, June 20th of 2026, 7:29 a.m. and we will make it, chat. We're gonna make it. So I don't know what that is. All
It's a
right.
pretty
What
cool.
about? That's a pretty cool. Yes. What about Father's Day?
It's a pretty well. Father's an alcoholic, so it only seems on brand to show you the alcoholic drink I'm drinking.
I'm not.
I think most, if not all, fathers are alcoholics. Something about it, just like a God-given birthright. But real quick, cool drink they make in Japan. You pop the lid, a lemon drops into it, right into the center, and then you just got that thing going. Pretty awesome. Love Japan. Anyways, um, Father's Day, good, bad, ugly. I was gonna say that before I became a family man, I hated Father's Day. I'll say it there. I would listen to. I would try not to think about it, but if I did think about it, I would play "Father of Mine" by Everclear. And I'm sure many of people, in fact, I know many people. If you go to YouTube and type up that music video, "Father of Mine" Everclear, you're gonna see every year. Today, I bet you money today you'll see new people like we're joined here again, brothers, for our daddy issues and fathers who've left us or abandoned us.
Check one. Check one.
I can hear you, but that's the
Gotta
stats.
check the levels real quick in the middle of his little thing. As you were
That's
saying,
fine.
Everclear.
That's fine. It doesn't. I don't want it to get too serial, anyways. That's why. But I was saying, if you go to YouTube, we should read the comments. There's going to be a bunch of Father's Day stuff right now. Can we do
You know
that?
what? I will do that. Yes, since I
Hell yeah,
have
let's do that.
control real quick. So chat, we will switch over there to that and let us. Let me get this video pulled up. Alrighty. Do I sign in or not? You know what? Yeah, let's sign in under the Banter Bros.
Nice.
Um. Okay. Yes, I get all my notifications. I hate them, but I need them.
You
It's
got
like
any
wolf.
elevator music to play while we wait?
No, again, we're already here. We don't need music. Will you stop whistling? Every time you whistle, we lose someone because you just broke their eardrum.
Yeah, this guy. Oh, mother!
Yes,
You
that's
got me
exactly what it is.
again. The son
Oh,
of a
no.
got me again.
All right, chat, here we go. So we're going to look up Everclear. I don't want to ruin his thing by making a
Who's thing?
tangent. I'm talking about you. But basically, chat,
What you
when
want to do
I
is
hear this
save hundreds.
song, I think of our uncle because that song was
Oh
very,
yeah.
when it
You're
came
right.
out, it was at the
You're right.
time our uncle was still with us. And
You're right.
we lived in a small town called Burnett, Texas, very close to Marble Falls, in case you don't know.
Kind of
and
northern Texas.
that was the song in the early or late '90s, maybe even mid '90s,
It
and
was mid 90s.
mid '90s. Yeah, 17 years ago, which would
So
be I'm not good at math.
yeah, we're not good at math.
2026.
99.
17 is 2009. That's only when the video came out. So then that's wrong. Because there's no way we were. Yeah, if 2009 is I'm 19. There's no way. Okay, it would be 99. I'm almost certain. So
Hit
let's
the
type it in real
more.
quick.
Watch if you hit more. I bet you it says the year.
I did hit more.
Oh, never mind.
See, this is based off the
Uh,
YouTube when it came up here. Give me a second. I got it. All right, 1997. So we weren't wrong, chat. So I was 7 years old. Just some guy was 6 years old, 6, 7. It's all
shut
connected, chat.
up.
It's
Move
all
on from that.
connected.
Everybody's
All right. So we got little Doogie Howser here, little Beans here. Oh man, that kid. You just a face only a mother could love, you know?
Bean. He's the mole.
Beans.
He's the mole in the boys season
Yeah.
4 or 5.
That's who that is? Holy
Yeah.
crap. I didn't realize that's who that was. No wonder I
That's
didn't
him.
like that guy. I was
I
like,
liked
man, this
him.
guy's disgusting. Hell no.
He was-
Okay, here we go.
I'm
Here we go,
surprised he
guys.
didn't die savagely for no reason.
Yeah, that's why I
Like
thought
they
he was
did,
dead. Yes.
Joel Austin, the Sixth
Yeah.
Sense kid. They killed him terribly.
He was in the boys. That's right. He was
Yeah,
Lamplighter or something.
he went
Or
out
the-
bad.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Lamplighter. Lamplighter is the other guy from
X-Men.
X-Men.
Yes. Because he's the opposite. He's fire instead of ice. All right. Anyways. All right, chat. So Everclear, Father of Mine. The song officially came out 1997. So of course we were living in the sticks at this time. Our uncle would play it a lot. You know, he was a guitarist and a musician, and so that's why it reminds me of that. I did used to sing it like if I was singing to my father, yes, but unfortunately my father is a language barrier, so regardless, you know, it was never gonna sync up. You know, you could look at him all day and be like, why couldn't you just, you know, you just gave us a name, and they said, why can't you just love us? You know, this dad in this song is saying, he's just like, eh, get chingas traes. Why are you fucking looking at me? And I was like, so I think more of my uncle when I think of this song. It's more of a nostalgic in a nice way than it is a bad way. So first comment, we got unlike me, my son will hear this song and won't relate at all. Very,
Real
very
quick,
good.
what's the order of the comments? Is it sort by? I'm just
Show featured comments and then newest.
okay. Just checking.
What did you want it by a specific order? I'm not understanding.
We'll do this like the first couple, and then I want to see the newest after. But let's go with the top first.
Okay, chat. So, next comment. My dad was abandoned by his father and promised to never be that way with his kids. I hope I can be just as good to my dad. Good to my kids as my dad was to me. That was posted 2 years ago. We're going to give that one a like. This one is from 3 years ago. I still can't hear this song without breaking down, period.
Damn.
I will never let my children go through what I did. We're going to give that one a like.
23K. Is that the most? So far?
2,300 likes with 83 replies. So I'll even say the likes, chat. Okay. So we got another one here from a year ago. My dad just bought an auto shop from my uncle and is trying to ruin my life. This song came to
This
mind,
one.
even though this, even though this isn't
Down.
even the
Thumbs
best song
down.
on this album. So okay, chat. This is. I would
What?
give this a thumbs up just to give him some closure. But yes, for the
Hell
sake of
no.
it, we'll give it a thumbs down because right now we're not trying to be
This
talking
is
ugly. So
not
this
what
guy
we-
didn't have a good experience.
I
The
don't think
first
he-
three, yeah,
Yeah.
the first three were good, but this one he was just like trauma dumping.
Yeah. He didn't understand the assignment.
Okay.
That's
That
what
one
I'm
has
saying.
103 replies. Let's check the replies on
Yes,
that one.
yes, yes.
Actually.
I was about
Let's
to
check
tell
the
you
replies on
the
that one.
comments on the comments. That's my
So
favorite.
first reply, bro, I got bad news. Your girlfriend is hooking up with a coworker. Oh, we're gonna have
That's
to
good.
like that one from 96 to
Don't let me up,
97.
really, Dad.
Then the
He'll be
reply to
back.
that one, damn homie, don't rat me out, but really, dad just went to snag milk. He'll be back. So they're clearly
Whoa.
not letting it go, chat. They're clearly not gonna let it go. They're like, you of all the this was the time you wanna be in solidarity, but he chose, nah, man. Yeah, shit's tough, you know, shit's tough.
Tires.
All right, let's not. Okay, let's keep going. That was number 4 or 3. I think that was 4. So let's get down to 10. So fourth comment, 3 years ago, I became a father at 17. This song showed me the pain and anger I could cause by taking the easy way out. I stayed and raised my daughter. All right, that's a thumbs up. 1,800 likes. All right, next one, 10 years ago, and it was edited. So it might have
Wow,
been a punctuation thing. Well, no. Who else comes here every Father's Day? Question
that's
mark.
me.
Keep
That's
strong,
me.
brothers. Let's be the fathers we never had.
Never had. You'll probably
3,500
see.
likes.
I probably have a comment on there that I did drunkenly crying. I'm in one of the 141.
How long ago?
2 years, 3 years, every year I'd go there.
So maybe we'll see. All right. Fifth or sixth comment. I am 51 years old and this song still gets me. My dad didn't walk away, but he had anger issues. Brilliant song, raw and honest. I'm gonna give that one a like because yes, chat. In reality, it's not that our dads were just bad
It's
for the sake of
bigger,
being bad.
yes.
It's bigger than us. They just sometimes they had issues they couldn't work through. There's something wrong with my thumb, chat. That's so weird. They
Well,
they couldn't
actually,
work through
mhm.
what? No, go ahead.
What I was gonna say is the song isn't as more than just face value. The face value of abandonment. A lot of us, especially us millennials, kids who grew up in the '90s, if your dad didn't abandon you, maybe they just were there physically, but they weren't there mentally, emotionally, spiritually, socially. So like they were around, but you don't know this dude. It's a man in the house, like, and you never got to talk to him. I would you agree with me? Like we've only had, I could count on both my hands how many times we've talked. We've never really had real conversations, and I feel like that's a lot of Americans and a lot of broken homes. Yeah,
Oh, most definitely. I 100% agree. Because again, even in middle school, I remember joking with other kids, sometimes unintentionally, other times intentionally joking that, yeah, our dads were all the same. They were all getting drunk, watching TV, watching the soccer game, not really talking to us. Some of them could understand their dad. And again, we had the language barrier. So when we started school, we lost the Spanish. So we could no longer understand each other. And it took forever to realize that it wasn't our job to understand him. It was his job to understand us, his job to learn our language or find the medium ground. And so I think a lot of children can relate, especially in the 90s, as we're seeing, that yes, this was just the thing. And it's funny, all these comments, it's not, no one's even talking about race. Every child in America dealt with
yeah,
this
yeah,
because
yeah.
it was that generation of men that their fathers failed them, or their
It's a
fathers.
generational
Yeah,
thing.
it's a curse, a generational thing. They left them out, or they were present, but they just weren't emotionally available. And so some fathers did better. I think our generation was the generation to do a lot better, to try harder, if not try just at all. Because that's at the end of the day, we just wanted them to try. We just wanted them to try. Hey, you're not Superman, Dad, but at least you're trying. I don't need you to be Turbo Man. And again, chat, since we're talking about it today, I'm going to say this. I will die on this hill. All those movies we watched growing up where the child needed to get saved by the father or the father needed to prove his love to his children, the child in those movies were the villain. Jingle All the Way, the Santa Claus, all those other movies of the like, the child was the villain. He needed his father to buy his love when in reality the dad loved him. He just didn't learn how to do it properly, quote unquote. Because again, oh, my son hates me for working so hard and not giving him the toy he wanted. My son hates me for not acting the way his other friends' kids act, even though I'm at the top of my game. And so by the end of the movie, all I had to do was not work as much. All I had to do was give him a little time. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. You just got to give him a little. At the same time, I'm like, kid, it could always be a lot worse. I don't need the Turbo Man doll anymore. My dad's Turbo Man. I got him at home. I'm like, that's cool and all, but that other guy's going to jail because he tried to do the exact same thing, but he's labeled as the bad guy because he doesn't have all this stuff. And
Talking about the
again,
mailman.
the mailman, poor Sinbad, he gets the toy for his son. My son's really gonna like this as he's in handcuffs being taken away. And I'm like, but Arnold Schwarzenegger gets the happy ending. Why? Because he had the money. Like this sucks. Like you're not teaching a lesson here.
We'll
All
come
you're
back
teaching
to
me is
that
kids
another
are. We'll
day.
come back to that, but
That's
I
a
just hate to say
donation
it.
bin for sure.
But it
Jingle
wasn't just about the
is
movie. It was about this trope of, you
yeah, yeah.
gotta give your all. And I think a lot of these dads from our generation Jay just could. It wasn't in him. It wasn't in him. It wasn't in him. And then we couldn't communicate that, Dad. I don't need you to go out and buy me today's hot bestseller toy. I don't need you to bring $1 million home so we can live in, mansion life. I don't need any of that, Dad. I just want you to show up, Dad. I just want you to talk to me, Dad. I just want you to ask me how my day was, Dad. Save me from the brutality of our mothers, because I'm almost certain for all these children who have these dad not issues, but the absent fathers, even when they're there, a core problem is also their mother was 110% there, not making their life any easier. Like, Dad, save me for the love of God. This woman's gonna kill me, and the dad is just there. Why do you think I'm drinking so much, son? I can't do it either.
Oh
Like,
my
it's a
God.
lot. And so, but anyway, tangent aside, yeah. So clearly, a lot of fathers in our generation, kids in our generation had fathers like this, and we grew up to no, we don't want to be those guys. And it was hard. It's still hard sometimes, but again, we're gonna make the better choice because again, we don't walk away. Even if we have anger issues, we got to work on them. We're gonna stumble. We're gonna fall, but that's the whole point of being a human. If we want to be like Superman, we got to keep striving for it. Right here, 5 days ago. See, chat. Savage frequency. My parents divorced when I was around a year old. Dad remarried a woman with 2 boys around my age when I was about 6, and eventually moved to the other side of the country with his new family. Tonight, as I'm sitting with my 15-month-old son, introducing him to the first Toy Story movie, this song popped into my head. No matter what, I will not be just like my father. Well, chat, I'm gonna like that one. It's only got 11. I gave it a 12 like. He's not really trauma dumping. He prevailed. He didn't just say, "Oh, my dad sucked. My dad did this." He talked about, "Yeah, my dad literally walked out of my life to go start a family, but I didn't let that stop me. I didn't let that put me down. I'm going to start my family, and I'm not going to do my kid like that." And that's what we want, dads. That's what we want. We want us to keep going, keep striving, keep pushing. And unfortunately, again, there's your absentee fathers, there's your emotionally absent fathers, and there's your fathers that, yes, they just walked away. They started a new life with someone else, had more children, and then you get the whole Will Smith, why didn't he want me, man? What's so wrong with me? And it sucks. But hey,
Should
hang in
probably
there,
play that
man.
clip actually. For yeah,
I'm gonna do
first
that in
clip there.
post. I'm gonna do that in post. Again, everything I have to do in post. Next comment. I think this is number 10. 2 years ago, Everclear helped a whole generation of father break the cycle with this song.
Mm,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Especially since he had his own kid in there and he was singing to his own kid. So here we go. 4 years ago. Happy Father's Day, everyone. We can still break the circle. I think he means cycle, but semantics. And be good fathers ourselves. Much love all. Absolutely. 1,500 likes. 6 years ago. This is from a woman, actually. Everyone I was singing chat, you could see also these are mostly men. At least I'm assuming. This one is from Julia. I won't say the whole thing. I quote, I will never be safe. I will never be the same. I will always be weird inside. I will always be lame. End quote. Such a great line. I think it describes a lot of us here. It's hard to describe to people who can't relate, but at least we're not the only one. So, chat, I think that was the 11th comment, and that just proves it wasn't just boys, it wasn't just young men, it was also females, it was women, it was little girls. We all had the same experience. So, instead of fighting with all of today's fights, we should just reach out to each other, it's
That
gonna be
that
all
is
right.
my favorite quote from the song. By the way,
Mm-hmm.
is that strikes a chord with me, and that means a lot to me. Do we have new? Oh, my bad.
Because it's a true thing. We always feel weird. We always feel lame. We always feel, something off with us. And our parents' job, or maybe not job, but it's up to our parents to help us feel okay. Kind of like Hal and Malcolm in the Middle, especially in the new season where I forget her name now. Kyle, Kenny. Do you remember her name? The non-binary girl.
No,
Okay, well, whatever her name was, I'm almost certain it was with a K.
Kelly.
Kelly, there it is. Kelly praised Hal for not treating her, they, them different and making them feel seen, making them feel like I'm not invisible. I'm here and there's nothing wrong with me. I don't need to fix myself because they accept me as who I am. And that's why I think a lot of us love that line. I will never be safe. I will never be sane. I will always be weird inside, and I will always be lame. Because regardless of how we feel, the turmoil, the dysmorphia, we can give ourselves something good about ourselves to our children, and hopefully one day we can bridge that gap. Because I'm sure there's a lot of kids who got to reconnect with their fathers. Hopefully, again, we're down to 12. If we can get to 20 and we didn't get there, well, we'll get there eventually. 4 days ago, who's here in 2026 listening for the nostalgia, and it hits different now that you're an adult? I kind of don't want to like that one, but I'll give it a like. I don't know.
You don't
It's
have to. You don't have
yeah.
to like these.
I just 2 years ago. Thank you, Everclear, for being here when others weren't. Yes, that's a good one. Sad how many people can relate to this. Let's all agree that we'll be here for our kids, unlike our dads. Yes, 2,000 upvotes. Absolutely.
All right, let's
Eight.
take a pause.
Okay,
Go all the way to the top, please,
let's
and
go to the
switch
top.
it to newest. Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
sorry, now the comments, the sort by. Yep.
Let's switch to newest. So, one day ago, great music and a beautiful video. We're going to leave that as is. I met my father at 28 years old for the first time, 48 now. We have a relationship now, though. Even this can be repaired through Christ. Absolutely. Amen, brother. And I just got through saying that.
Dang.
I just got through saying that,
World.
chat. Small world.
Small world.
Absolutely, man. Yes, we can. It can be a curse. It can be a cycle of hatred. We can break the wheel and we can mend those bonds. You got to be open to it though, and you got to remember, it's bigger than our ego. It's bigger than our fertility. It's bigger. Like they are just people. Also, they are just human beings. Also, sometimes they need a little grace in order to we can get back together. That doesn't always work out that way, chat. But hey, you never know. Third comment. I'm going to their concert tomorrow night. It's a free show too. One day ago. What? They're still touring. Well, that's something, chat. Let's get Banter Brothers at the show. We'll stream live for you there, and we'll rock out with. Okay, I won't finish that thing, but we'll rock out, and then y'all can
In
rock out
this
with.
climate.
Yeah. Okay. 2 days ago, it's like he watched my life and wrote a song about it. My kids are my heart and soul. I don't understand why men hurt those so young. I'm not gonna give that one a up or down because again, it's not just men.
I knew because they said men.
Well, yeah,
That's
it's not
why.
just men.
Yeah,
we have
I
a
knew you
podcast
were
talking
gonna
about
do-
moms suck because moms do the exact same freaking thing.
Oh my god.
But again, semantics. This song pulls at my heartstrings. That was a good one. 2029, anyone? Okay, that's a bot. I wasn't a good friend either, Brandon. Sorry I never took the time to know your story or your pain. Who the hell? Was that the name of one of the singers? That's crazy. All right, here we go. This is a long one. We'll definitely read this one. 4 days ago. I always liked this song because it made me feel less alone and weird about when my own dad left the family. My guy, you got to go to school or do something. That was a horrible sentence. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the comment I just read. Anyway, ... I haven't really listened to this song in years. ... Oh, good Lord. But I just listened to the last 6 bars from 249 to 317. Chat, we'll go ahead and click that. I'll mute it in post. Hopefully we won't get a tick for it. And it's actually crazy because now I have a daughter and I swore I would never abandon her. This song made me feel better about my past when it came out while also protecting my future. And it's more relevant now than ever in my life. Thanks, Everclear. My guy. If kudos for being candor, but oh, good Lord. All right, I'm going to click the timestamp. Let's see what party's talking about.
Never be saved. I will always be weird inside. I will always be late. Now I'm a grown man with a child of my own. And I swear I'm not gonna let them know I'm the pain I have known.
All right, so we don't get banned. Okay, yeah, that's the part. Everyone resonates with that part. Yes, because
1,000%.
we're not going to let him feel this. We're not going
I
to
have a daughter, and he says I'll never let her know.
Her,
all the
yes,
pain
her.
that I've known.
Yeah, that's how it works. Look at this one. Well, this will be the last one. No, we'll read the second one after that one. But this one right here, 4 days ago. I'm from Spain. My dad left us when I was 5, and I will always cry when I listen to the song. Be strong, brothers. Hey, you know what? Be strong, brother. And again, this wasn't. I said America earlier, but clearly this is a universal thing.
Dude, yeah, it's universal.
It's universal.
Generational.
Generational. The whole
generational
world
and-
felt it.
Yeah.
And the
Without-
next one after. All right, 5 days ago, my parents divorced when I was around a year old. Dad. Oh wait, we already read that one. Yeah, hang in there, guy.
Good daddies.
Oh wait, okay. This is the last comment I'll read. 6 days ago, I'm not going to lie. Growing up in the late 90s and early 2000s, I hated music like this. I was more into new metal. That's NU for you, chat. But growing up, this song is way too relatable. Okay, he was honest. I'll give it a like. It only had one like and for a reason, chat. Even though it was 6 days ago. Again, new metal. It's good lord. There's only one metal, and that's the heavy metal. Iron Maiden, Metallica, Ozzy Osbourne. All right. Anyway, my dad wasn't a good daddy either. R.I.P. Pops. Okay, that's the last one we'll read. But yeah, so again, overall consensus, everyone went through it in the world at the exact same time. They're not going through it so much now because, well, yeah, that our generation learned. Our generation, said we're going to lock in. If we're going to have kids, we're not going to let them feel this. And then there were some that said, I'm not going to have kids because I don't want to do that. Because what if I am going to be that guy? What if I do everything right and I still end up that guy? And so they purposely don't. And I will always stand for gentlemen and women who do this. Yes, if you know for certain you can't be a parent, don't be a parent. There's no reason to. We have plenty of kids in the world. If you think to yourself, well, I want to contribute or I want to help or but like what if I'm no, you do the best job you can by admitting you don't know how to be a parent and you're not sure if you'd be a good parent. You do a good job by admitting I can't do this. There's no shame in that. Be the guy, be the woman that says I have no children, but only because I wouldn't be a good mom. And then people can tell you, oh, you probably would be, or maybe you're right. Either way, though, you didn't have to put some child through this because there are people I meet all the time. I have 7 kids, and every time I've told them that story from when I had 5, 4, even, like they all said the same thing. What? You have how many? And it's always this number. I have 1 or 3, and I can't
What?
even do that. I have 1 or 3 kids, and it's driving me insane. I don't know how you could have 7. I'm like, well, at least you're admitting that. Thank you for admitting that. But that's probably why you only have 1 or 3 because you can't have more. I can deal with having more. It's just how I'm built. Children are innocent. Children deserve every ounce of everything we can give them because they didn't ask to be here. We didn't ask to be here. So that's why our generation said we're going to do the best we can for the kids after us. Unfortunately, the kids after us had kids after us in the whole COVID era, and now it's all muddled again. And now we have all this nonsense. Everyone's fighting. You got your brain rot TikTok children running amok, and it's very horrible. And so, but again, even then, we can give them some grace. We can give them some humility. We can try to be there for them, even if they're not our own kids. And that's what I do anyway. Like all the kids I meet, all the teenagers my kids are friends with, like I try to treat them as good as I can because you never know what their home life is like. You never know what they're dealing with. And that's what I taught my children. I said, you never know what that angry kid that is in your face or is somewhere in the distance, you never know what they're going through. For all you know, that is why they are angry. I know that's why I was angry a lot. So don't treat them like an angry kid. Treat them like, hey, something's going on in their home life. So maybe let's take a step back and offer them a friendly hand, and maybe we can bridge that gap. Funny enough, I just thought of this memory. We had a video like that in school. I think middle school or high school, we had a movie like that because they were talking about school bullies and how, the threat prevention of like why they come to shoot up the school and everything. Now I'm remembering the kid that was going to end up shooting up the school, his dad would beat on him when he get home. So he was always a bully to kids at his school. And so it's a cycle. It's a vicious cycle. You got to be the one that even though you're getting hit on, you're going to be a shield and you're going to stand up for not only yourself, but for others, so I think that's why I have that mentality. Like, it's just, we can do better. We can always do better. And I hold out for hopefully one day we can bridge that gap with our dad. Again, it's a lot of work he has to do, but it's also, it's a lot of work he has to do.
No,
I mean,
fuck that.
yeah.
Fuck that.
Jesus Christ.
Here's what I'll say. Let me say something. You've been talking a lot of kumbaya shit.
Ah, chat, we're cooked. We're cooked.
Yeah, what I just want to say, I think that's what I want to say, was I'm a no Sabo kid. If you don't know what that is, Chad, no Sabo kid is don't speak Spanish, don't know a lot of Spanish. I know some. I could write some, hear some, yeah, but I'm not fluent. So they call you no sabo, and people always give me shit for it. But unfortunately, I do have a bad, what's the word? Not like a trigger, but I don't have a good connection. Like all I can think is our dad. He only speaks Spanish. He only hears Spanish. He only understands Spanish. And I figure this man raises us. He should probably have been the one to teach us. So to me, it says a lot about like I'm free anytime you want to teach me and you want to talk to me, but never taught me. And every time I tell that to somebody, they'll say something like, "Why don't you just learn Spanish?" I'm like, "Well, why doesn't he just learn fucking English? Like, why is it on the child but never on the dad? What's up with that?" But I don't know. I'm just some jaded no sabo kid on Father's Day.
I'm plugging in Father's Day right now. I'm listening to you. I'm just gonna try to get people to come to the chat. So Father's Day, just chatting. What else?
Generational trauma, I think, is linked to Father's Day.
Generational. Because yes, I want to add to what you were just saying. Generational talent.
Trauma?
Generational. No, I know trauma. I'm saying that's what popped up. All right, so
Okay.
just chatting. Father's Day, generational trauma. Let's take out Hearthstone. Select the category. Just chatting. Let's type in brothers. Okay. Podcast, conspiracy, just chatting, Father's Day, generational trauma, fatherhood, fathers. Yeah, I guess just
90s.
that.
90s.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Because I was trying to think of a 90s
No
kid.
sabo?
There we go.
You're 90s kids?
We're not doing no sabo. Jesus, you and your no sabo. Okay. So we plugged it in. Hopefully we get some more people in here. Anyways,
Oh, thank God.
what happened?
I got my headphones working.
Okay, perfect. So like you were saying, yes, it would be. I don't want to have to tell him. I don't want to have to say, hey, can you just try? Can you just do this? Can you work with me here? Because then it kind of defeats the purpose. So then we're in this position, but at least we own it. At least it's on our. It's like, well, you know what though? At least now I know it's on my end, not just his end, because I'm taking control of it. But still, yes, it would suck because there are times where you talk to me about it, and I'm like, you know what? I should just call him and be like, hey, can you fucking talk to your son? Can you write him a goddamn letter? Can you? He just wants you to reach out. Can you reach out to him even if you're just gonna say hello? But then I'm like, well, then that kind of defeats the point though, also, because I'm sure if he did do that, and then you're like, okay, so what? Why now? Oh, your brother asked me to. Click.
I'll say I'll be devil's advocate to myself. One could say, oh, well, I didn't want to bother because I didn't want to make you more mad. I didn't want to get you off the rails. You've told me before, you don't want to hear it. And unfortunately that could be true. And I blacked it out and I forgot that I got angry and told him like, fuck you, don't ever talk to me. So that could be true. And I just don't remember it. So there's that could be it. And watch, all of a sudden he wants to respect my fucking wishes. Now you want to listen. Now you'll play respect in whatever you say, son. Don't talk to you again. Got it. But again, I said that in the heat of anger. Like, I don't remember that shit. So I'm just thinking,
now that I think about it, that's almost certainly what exactly happened. Yes. Well, he told me not to talk to him. You're not supposed to actually listen to me, you moron. You're supposed to do the opposite. You're supposed to be the adult here. Because it reminds me of Writing Cards with Boys. Wrong. Because when she's like, we're supposed to be a teen. Wrong. You're supposed to be the adult. I'm supposed to be the kid. Exactly. You shouldn't have to parent him. I only say that I think that it's exactly what happened because I did the same with my kids when I was going through my divorce. My son, my middle son, he had told me that he was angry and he was like, yeah, I don't want to talk to you. I don't need a dad. I haven't had dad for a minute. So just stop talking to me. And then I was like, okay, I respect your wishes. I don't want to overstep. And then months later, if not a year, I can't remember when, he called to yell at me about something me and his mom were getting into. And he's like, and then you don't even call. I was like, you just called me. You're not blocked. You asked me not to call you. Well, I don't understand. And then, but now I can see the hypocrisy. I was like, well, yeah, they can say that they're kids. They're going to be angry. They're allowed to be that way. So no, you still gotta make the effort to reach out, even if they're gonna be mad at you. And then that was something my older children told me. They said, I get you're going through what you're going through and you're having a rough time and you need your time, but you can say that still. You don't have to go silent. You don't have to move in the dark. You can tell us you're going through a bad time and you need time and that you're sorry you can't, you know, reach out. You can't talk to us. You can't, because then at least you're respecting us. And I said, you're right. And my arrogance of thinking I'm doing you a favor by not telling you I'm depressed, by not telling you I'm going through drugs and, all this other stuff, that I'm doing you the favor by not putting it in your head. In reality, I forget how I raised them. I didn't raise them in this cookie cutter world. I raised them to see the world as it is. I raised them to be honest, even when it's ugly. So they knew already, like, no, just be honest, just tell us the truth and we'll accept it. And so ever since then, that's what I did. And so now I understand it. So I think that's what's happening with him is that, well, you told me not to. And I'm like, yeah, well, you also have our numbers. So I don't understand. He's had my number several times. Even though I changed my numbers, he's had each one of those and have only called once. And just, is your mom home? I need a ride. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, Dad. Yeah, Dad. Is your mom home? No, she's in Mexico right now. Okay. I was going to come by, but it's okay. I don't have to. I'm like, you do you, man. I don't know I'm not going to go pick you up if that's what you're asking. Like, Jesus, man.
I'll do that. As a true Father's Day celebration, get him on. Get him on the podcast. Get him on. What's up, motherfucker?
What is it called? Yeah. Fucking ambush. Calm the hell down. Yeah, ambush him. ¿Sabes qué, cabrón? No, mijo, ¿qué pasó? I thought you wanted to talk to me. Cause
no,
again,
it'll
I didn't really have a thought. I started thinking about.
I was gonna say it's gonna go down. Oh man, it's gonna go down just like the movie Warriors. Do you remember that one?
I only saw it once.
Not Warriors, not Warriors plural. Warrior with Tom Hardy, Joel Edgerton, and Nick Nolte. There's a scene in there, so it's a MMA, and then an ex-Marine.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Well, in that scene, Tom Hardy, the whole movie he's shitting on his dad because his dad was a piece of shit. But he every chance he gets to lay into him and to remind him like what a piece of shit he is, he takes it. But finally, he's at his last straw. He's the dad's like, hey Tommy, like we need to go and make amends and we get ready for the fight. And finally, he goes overboard with it, and he's like, I used to like you better when you were drunk. Like at least you had character. At least you had a personality. Like, but now you're just this sad nothing. Like nobody gives a shit. Like, are you done? And ironically, that's the final straw. And he's been sober for like years. And that night, after Tommy lets him have it emotionally, he drinks a whole bottle and he breaks his sobriety. Yeah, It's pretty fucked up. Good movie. But again, father issues with two brothers.
Yes. Sorry, I just remembered that we should be live, so I'm trying to see if we're live on YouTube also. God dang it. Yes, because I was thinking about pulling up that scene. Because it's visceral.
I'm pulling it up right now. I have it pulled up. I'm waiting for the damn. What do you call these ads? Fucking ads. God damn.
So we are live on YouTube. Well, why can't I see it when I go to the YouTube on the channel? It really irks me, man.
I can see it on YouTube.
Okay, good. Well, I just want to make sure we have like the right tags and everything,
Yeah.
One like, one viewer. I'm assuming that was you. Let's see.
Could be
live. I'll give you my thing in a second, chat. I just got to edit this description real quick because I want to make sure we're reaching all fronts.
If I mute it and play the video, you think we'll be safer?
No. Again, we can watch the video. We just have to react, and
talk over it. Okay.
Yeah. How long is the video? Do you know?
So yeah, well that's the thing. It's 6 minutes. That's a long time.
Okay, so no,
But
I think
I
you
plan
need
to I plan to mute it. Like basically every time we speak, I'll mute it to help that because that way we are talking and there's no
Well, then do that. Yeah.
interruption.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
because again,
All
I
right,
can
well-
in post I can always change the layout when you mute it. So then it's just us talking. When you unmute it, I'll put the screen back on. That's usually what I do anyway. All right, real
All right,
quick,
does
real
this
quick,
look
don't hit
all right?
play. So we're gonna watch the
Okay.
clip chat on, for editing purposes. Also, we're gonna watch the clip Warrior 2011. This is the scene where Tom Hardy's father is gonna Nick Nolte let him know whatever he's gonna let him know. I don't know. All right, let's get it.
All right. Yeah, you'll see. All right. Maximize or is it good like this?
It looks. Hold on, I'm trying to look in Twitch.
I could. Hang on. Let me
See if you
get
can.
bigger.
That looks better. That looks better. Yeah, let me check on Twitch real quick before we hit it. Because on my Twitch,
know
it looks
this-
different than your Twitch.
Okay.
No, okay, you're
Yeah,
good.
let
You're
me
good like
see.
that. You're good like that. Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah. It's for any creeps out there we got watching. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
This is all for the
Want to
creeps,
make sure you
y'all.
have a good show.
All included,
make sure you have a
brothers.
good-
We're all
good show.
included.
All inclusive. All right. Yeah, just recap. Like you said, the movie Warrior. We got Nick Nolte, Tom Hardy. I'll unmute it. I'll do it back and forth. For copyright purposes, guys, I can't give you the whole thing, so just bear with us. But we'll get you the gist of it. There we go. What?
I'm proud of you, Tommy.
Can you turn it down a hair?
What you did for that kid in the tank.
Yep.
I'm gonna say you don't have to pause it. But,
Here we go. Halfway. There it is.
I was gonna say maybe like 75%. You did it to
Yeah.
50. No, that's fine. That's fine.
Bother the hell out of you.
Sweet.
I'm proud of you, Tommy. What you did for that kid in the tank.
Oh, I see what's happening. So Tommy has been giving this motherfucker, his dad, the cold shoulder the whole movie. He's recollecting that, hey, you saved a Marine's life. Like, why didn't you tell me about that? And Tommy's going, what are you talking about? You're fucking.
I was on my way out of the country when I came across those guys.
There you go.
What was I supposed to do? Let them drown?
In true hero fashion, he's like, that's nothing. That's
What'd
not.
you do?
What they do? I took off.
So also, his dad took off on him as well. So that's why it's kind of hidden home. And his dad also was in war. So they share stories, but he doesn't want to bond with them. He goes,
What the hell happened over there, Tommy?
here you go.
That is none of your business, man.
Oh, come on, kid. I've been there. I've done it. I've seen it. You can trust me. I understand.
You spare me the compassionate father routine, Pop. The suit don't fit.
Ooh,
Tommy,
this is good for Father's Day, actually.
I'm really trying here.
You're trying?
Yeah, I'm really trying.
Now?
Here we go.
Where were you when it mattered?
Right here. Yep.
I needed this guy back when I was a kid. I don't need you now.
Ooh,
No, it's too late now. Everything was already happened.
everything is already happening.
You and Brendan don't seem to understand that. Let me explain something to you, okay? The only thing that I have in common with Brendan Conlon is that
His brother.
the pair of us, we have absolutely no use for you.
Oh man, I feel for this dude.
Look at you.
Yeah, it's heartstring
The
rope
whole-
right there. Yeah.
Let me pause real quick. That's a good. I agree with that line. So like when our dad, he tried to rekindle or reconnect, it was the same thing. I had the same sentiment. I was like, it's too late. Like what? Everything has already happened. Like the guy you're trying to be, I don't need that. Like I'm already a grown ass man. I got a family. Like my life is all. I needed that years ago. Like this does me no good. It would have done me good back then. I don't know. Again, I'm probably just doing a little pity party, but I feel like a lot of men would agree, or a lot of people, not just men, a lot of people would agree, and probably avoid years of therapy.
So
with
I can
that said,
save
I
on
don't know.
post real quick. Can you stop sharing the screen and then share it when we get back to it? So that way we have the full thing. Otherwise,
Stop
because
sharing right
again,
now. Sorry.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
only
it's a lot. Okay.
when you're talking, but like, cause yeah, when you're talking like this, stop sharing the screen so that way it's just us on the screen. Cause otherwise, in post, again, it's a lot of work. This will cut the time in half.
Did that work or no? I shrunk it on my end, but never mind. Probably
No,
not.
all you
Sorry.
have to do is
Yeah.
stop sharing the screen.
Hold on.
There
Hold on.
is the bet. Because again, chat just heard our 4th episode where I said you were like, "Can you make it? Double. We're just like in a quarter." Well, just stop sharing the screen. Are you sure though? Yeah, I'm sure. Can you just stop sharing the screen? No, I mean it's all right. I guess we gotta do it. Just stop sharing. I don't want to. I don't want to go back and forth. But anyway, yes to what you were saying. Yes, because it's at the point. It gets to. I think that everyone, especially our generation, not just only ours, but specifically ours, because we are of that generation, so we're allowed to talk about it. Um, yeah, we got to the point of, yeah, where was this guy? Where was this guy when I needed it? Because I don't need it now. Now I've built my armor and my hardened shell for the world to not hurt me, so you can't hurt me. And now you want me to soften up because now you're soft. Now you're ready. And it's like, well, I don't really care anymore. Like it sucks to suck, and I'm sorry, I'm not sorry, but I really don't care. Like, do you fix yourself because I don't need it. But at the same time, once I got past that stage and past that level, I realized that you can feel that
Mhm.
way. It's totally valid. But doing what Tommy did, it was unnecessary. Maybe it was necessary for him, but by doing that, you could see it in Nick Nolte. You could see it break his heart. He deserved an Oscar.
Yeah.
And it's
He
like,
is a. I think he did. I think he did get an Oscar for that because that was gut
by
wrenching.
by getting to that level of anger and rage, it's fine because we're human. But to expel it out that way, even if he deserved it, like we can do better. But by doing that back to him, we're not doing better. We're just the same. And then yes, just like in the scene we're about to watch, and then he walks away, chat, for the 5th time in a row. Um, so we're gonna see in a bit that it causes him to break his sobriety because he said, "You know what? I can't see my grandchild. My oldest son doesn't want
Yeah.
nothing to do with me. My youngest son used me to help him get here, but that was even nothing. I get no credit. Maybe I don't deserve the credit. He tells me I'm useless, that the brothers that are fighting agree on one thing, that I'm useless. So maybe I really am just useless. So fuck it. Why shouldn't I just dive right back in and go full tilt, And it really sucks because again, he's just a
How many
human. He's
times did you
just a
see this
guy.
movie?
Once or twice maybe.
So you guys, that's crazy. You guys spot on. That's exactly what's gonna happen. He's gonna spiral. He's gonna.
Well,
He
because
wanted to see his
again,
grandkids.
I
He goes
am
right to it. Yeah,
sober
it's like
400 plus days now. So
frame
I
for
walk the
frame.
line. You got to walk the line
Yeah.
sometimes to understand how it goes. You got to hold on. There's a public chat. Why is there a public chat? Oh my God. Anyways, I hate getting distracted.
Well,
So there is a line you got to walk to understand how our generation of fathers went through. You don't have to walk it. Sometimes you can just know it. I walked it intentionally to not just learn how it went through him. I thought I could beat it. I thought, no, it's just an excuse. I can go down the river Styx and I can come back whole. You can't, unless you're made of titanium. There's just no way. Can I finish my thought process before you get son of a bitch? God damn it! I have ADHD. I can't focus when you're doing all this.
I'm not playing anything.
I am not playing it, but visually,
nothing.
the creepers are gonna switch to what I'm saying and start reading the text you got. Can you just wait? Can you wait? Let me finish. Let me finish.
You were
Oh,
cooking.
and now it's done. Now I overcooked it.
It was
Now
good.
I took it out of the pan
It
early.
was so good.
Anyways, because it's like you didn't want to hear what I had to say, and that's why you had to distract me. Anyways, chat.
I really did.
I went through my booze binge. I went through my drug binge. I went through my depression binge. I went through doing absolutely nothing binge. I went through my binge of working to get money to just buy those things that would numb me out. At first, those things made me feel happy. And when I say doing those things, I didn't just, one drink. No, a bottle of tequila, brand new, that I happened to find in the house, I said, you know what? I'm just gonna drink one shot at a time. Then next thing you know, I'm down in the whole thing, and then there's another bottle, and then I'm down. And when I wake up, there it is. When I go to sleep, there it is. And then from the alcohol, I went into drugs, and then the drugs was so. I'm not gonna say it was so good, but it was. The feeling of it was good. The feeling of I no longer feel what I feel. I no longer have the looming doom, the shroud of guilt. I no longer have all these emotions that I don't know how to process and that I don't want to process. So now it's gone. But then you have to start doing it every day because you got to wake up. Your body resets. Whether you want it to or not, your body resets. Your body's trying to heal itself. Your mind wants to heal itself. So you have to keep giving it toxins. You have to keep giving it all the things. And and then the minute you do stop, that's when the pain comes, the pain of withdrawal, the pain of you just poison yourself to not feel, but you're going to feel something all right when you stop. And then I understood this is what he goes through every time he tries to stop, every time he was forced to stop, anytime he just stopped. This is what he was going through. And it is the worst feeling in the world, worse than feeling the depression, the loneliness, the not being able to communicate, not regulate feeling. It was way worse. I knew I never wanted to feel it again. Just like when I got blackout the first time, I never wanted to feel that again. So I made the choice. I'm never going to feel this again. I'm never going to do it again. Unfortunately, our fathers, they were like, the pain of withdrawal is nowhere near as much as the pain of feeling those feelings and emotions. Because just like we saw with Tom Hardy, he is not ready from the son aspect. He isn't ready to deal with his father being this way. He isn't ready to deal with the emotion of having to accept his father being, pulling out the olive branch. He isn't ready to accept that his father is a human being, has compassion, has the capacity to emote. So rather than be ready and accept it, he said, nope, I'm going to double down on this wall and bounce you back off. And I'm going to tell you something hurtful so you walk away because you're not walking away. And I want you to walk away. I'm not going to hit you, but I'm going to say something that hits you in the heart. And that's exactly what he did. So again, I think that, again, when I say everything that's about to happen, I know it because I felt it. Even though I've only watched the movie once or twice, because again, it's just one of those movies I don't need to watch it. It's in my head. I know what happens. I know the feelings. Um, it's just how it goes. But I think as our fathers, if we can understand that, then we can reach out or let them. Because again, you're right. We're not. Some of the comments we read, they're. I don't want. I don't want nothing to do with you. You can just step off. You're blocked. I have my own life. Other ones were what I got the feeling of. The door's open. The phone is on. It's an open window there. You don't have to run anymore. I'm not being mad at you. I'm not yelling at you to go away. I'm not crying for you. The door is open. You're always welcome to come in. You got to make that step though, because I have to hold on to my power of this is how I still survive, because I will always be weird. I will always be lame. You got to make the first move. And here we have the dad making the move. And it wasn't that it was too late. It's that the sons aren't ready yet until they are ready. And by the end of the movie, they are ready. And the scene we're about to see is what I'm talking about. Of Tom Hardy's going to see it. Everything I just described of going down the river Styx, he's going to witness it firsthand. He saw it as a kid, but he didn't see it as a man. And it's only until you see it as a man that you realize, holy crap, he is just a broken man. He's a broken soul. He isn't this monster that I made him out to be, this huge Goliath that is impenetrable to everything. No, he's just a broken man. And watching him is finally what gives him, you know what? Okay, I can give him this moment. I can be humble and I can hold him and I can accept that even though it's not my fault that he is the way he is, I didn't have to push him over the edge to get him back there because we don't want to do it to our kids, but we also don't want to do it to other people. That's why we're out there. All those comments you read, brothers. We're brothers. We're brothers in all this, even sisters. We're brothers and sisters in all this. Anyway, my little thing is over. Now you can go back. And it's so hilarious. Now you get it off the screen when I'm done talking. And speaking of which, totally random. It looks like you have gauges on. It actually is a good look on you.
I was gonna say that earlier too. I was gonna say, hey, does it look like I have gauges?
It looks like you have gauges. I'm like, even with the shirt, the collar, I'm like, My boy
Yeah,
he's going hard with the man. I'm really in my feels today. I was like, yeah, you are. You look like a kid whose father walked away. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
That reminds me of the Interstellar meme where
Yeah.
he's the emo kid. Hey, Dad. We
Hey,
got
Dad.
stupid.
It's it's just me. I just you've been gone for so long. Oh my God, I had my emo phase too. I regret it. I should have just been hitting the gym again. Chat, brothers in arms, push-ups, sit-ups, and a whole lot of juice. That's all you need.
Chat, or rather the creepers. If you were watching this before, I realized I can't maximize this for copyright purposes. I got to make this as small as possible, so I minimized it and I put the comments up and I put a Happy Father's Day. That's all for copyright, so you don't get the full. Sorry, but
That's what the overlay is for, but we don't have that access yet.
Yeah, so this is what we got for now. Bear with us. All right.
Bear with us, chat.
We last left off. Tom Hardy was digging into his dad, Nick Nolte, and let's see what that is.
Yeah. I was right. I think I liked you better when you were a drunk. At least you had some balls then. Not like now, tiptoeing around it. So. Beggar with your cup out.
Kicking a man while he's down.
Can we exit the comments?
Here's a cup. Why don't
No,
you take
it's not.
this and go get yourself some more of your shitty tapes, and you go back to the room and you listen to some more fish stories that no one gives a shit about. Man, get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Come on.
Oh, man.
See the wall. What I'm talking about. He doubled down. He pushed because he could not. He could not.
That's a lot. I don't know. Back in the day, yeah, I think I did do that probably, but nowadays I'm too mature. I'm too, yeah.
I didn't do that, but I made the threat. The threat was very real, and it didn't help because again, sometimes you get this reaction, other times you get the opposite reaction, where they'll get back in your face.
Let's fast forward.
Why can't we get rid of the comments?
I was trying to minimize it. It's an overlay. So we got comments and we got the
overlay is actually
video.
over, but okay, that's fine. I don't want the creepers getting distracted by reading the same comments over and over again. But that's fine.
All right, fine. I'll keep.
No. Chat, you leave it in the comments. Which is better?
I tried this last week and my own dad charged me for the salt and battery. I go to court. He's dead.
I told you. Now we're getting distracted. His anger is justified, but it tears my heart. String scene, old man's heart be broken. I felt bad.
Yeah.
At least Nolte got the nomination. Oh, he did get the nomination. Hardy and Egerton were snubbed in favor of Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill and Moneyball. Chat, I'm sorry. Jonah Hill and Brad Pitt deserved Moneyball. I would watch Moneyball over this every day. Nick Nolte should have gotten an Oscar. Fantastic Oscar.
No.
He saw his dad on the
Warrior
ground.
over Moneyball.
Okay.
Moneyball
See,
is
we're
good.
getting distracted. Get back to the video.
I'm playing.
Click high on the Riverside thing. Click high.
Sorry. He broke into the minibar. He got them all.
Stop the shit!
They're sharing a room.
You godless son of a bitch! You stop the shit! You godless son of a bitch!
And he did it. He was sober in hopes to see his grandchildren, but his other son still was like, "No, you can't." So he's at his end. He's like, "What's the point? Neither son loves me. Neither son will hate me. They hate me actively. They actively hate me." So he's like, "Fuck it."
Stop this shit, man.
And then
Oh, God.
When you're talking, you should mute it because you're hard to hear.
Sorry.
Not pause it, mute it.
Yeah, mute it. So Tommy.
Just pause it
You
now.
should have said that earlier.
Pause it now.
You should have
God
said
damn it. Son of a bitch. I was
you should
hoping
have said
you were
that.
going to do it on your own. You said you were going to do it on your own, and then you didn't do it. Chat, I need chat. No, I'm serious, chat. I need you all. Again, I'm the older brother here, so maybe it's because I'm older and I have, even if it's just 1 year more experience, but I went down there and he hasn't yet. I need all of you chat in the comments and the ethos to admit sometimes we were just shitty ass kids and we got on their nerves justifiably because holy crap. Imagine you see me rage baiting all the time. Imagine this is what your father has to deal with all the fucking time. He's giggling and laughing. So you want me to do what again? You want me to do what again? I'm not saying it was justified. I'm just saying maybe we should admit we were the little pieces of shit at times. Because holy hell.
It definitely sounds like you're victim blaming.
No, I'm
and
not
you're the
victim
king of
blaming.
victim
He
blaming.
always loves to say that. I'm just saying.
Women,
No, I'm just saying.
minorities, you are the king of victim blaming.
I'm just saying, chat. Maybe we should own up to our stuff. I own up to my stuff. Maybe we should own up to when we're little piece of shit. I did it with my friend when I was doing stuff with him that I had to learn to do on my own. And then, you know, I had to call myself out like, you know what? Maybe I was giggling a little too much.
All right. So the recap. You missed the whole thing because the volume was too loud.
You were, yeah.
Rewind. So what happened, again, years of sobriety. Why was he sober? Because he wanted to talk to his grandchildren. He wanted to talk to his two sons again, neither of which have accepted him. They don't accept his sobriety. They don't accept him. And then they actively hate him. They don't just passively hate him because, you know, basically everybody does that. They actively hate this motherfucker. Like, if he comes near him, like, they're going to talk shit and put him down. Emotional battery. And so he's at his wits. You can see the top of his face like, fuck, I fucked up. I went too far. I drove him. Because he's like, what's the point? All these years of sobriety, still can't see my grandchildren. Both sons actively hate me. He's brought that son all the way to a championship to possibly win like $250,000 or something like that.
It was $5 million.
$250,000. Oh, was it? It's up. Point is, fortune and fame, and still it's not enough. So yeah, he's at the bottle, and so there's a shift in Tom Hardy's character, which is like, fuck, trying to clean up the mess, trying to help him out. This because you didn't see this before. This is the first time ever he actually ever did anything positive for his father, or like even acknowledge. He wouldn't even acknowledge him. But now here he's just trying to settle him down, trying to put him to rest. He's crying hard, heavily.
We're lost.
And you can kind of see it in his face too, fighting like, I don't want to help you because I do hate you, but
We'll never make it back.
at the end of the day, like the comments are saying, he's just an old man. Like, it hurts your heart to see an old man getting crushed. Like, what else has the guy got?
You love to talk when you shouldn't be talking. And then
Yeah,
you love
dude.
to not talk when it's hilarious. Okay, so chat, let me take the reins here real quick. So he's had his
Go.
emotional breakdown. He's passing out from the booze. Tommy has embraced him, finally hugged him, and he's being humble. And now he's in the bed with him. He's holding him, helping him calm down. Because again, he finally sees his father as he is. He's not a young buck who is raining terror over his children. He's just an old man. He's beaten, he's broken, he's trying his best, and at the end of the day, that's all we can do. So now he's put his arms over his father. He's holding him. He's got his head against him. And will you stop scrolling? Jesus Christ! I swear he does this. So again, let's scroll it back. Can we scroll the video back to the beginning? Keep it muted because I want to narrate my narration now. Not to the very beginning. Let's go to when he finds his father drunk in the doorway. Okay, a little further, a little farther. Okay,
Actually,
so
this is Atlantic City, New Jersey.
yes. Okay, chat.
this
This is Atlantic City, New Jersey. Anyway, like I was saying, Tom Hardy is awoken up to his father's ranting, listening to Moby Dick, and then there's a lot of subtleties to what he specifically listened to. He's broken up the beer, liquor cabinet. He's drinking it all. First, Tom Hardy has this, hand on the wall. He's like, "Look at this old man. Look at this stumble bum. I can't believe he's acting like this. I freaking knew it." But then he gets charged, and as he's charging him, he takes one step back. He's in a defensive pose. He's not in his usual fashion of, I could take on any man, like no one could put me down. But he took a defensive pose. And even as his father is yelling in his face, he's got this like, kind of like a dog, kind of like a child is hunched over. He's like, I don't want to have to hit you. I don't want to have to fight you. Can you stop moving the mouse and stay on one thing? When you talk, I watch what you're doing. When I talk, you start doing ADH things. Now chat is all stop.
You're
Just
distracting
stop.
yourself.
You
You're
are. They're
distracting
getting
yourself.
distracted when you do this
No
stuff.
one's
Just stop.
getting
Just stop.
distracted.
I swear. Just
I'm prepping the next
no,
segue.
you don't need a prep. You don't need a prep. Just get there when he gets there. It's like he doesn't want to hear what I have to say. And this is what I'm talking about. He's just like Tom Hardy. This whole movie, I don't want to watch it because it reminds me too much of him. He's so hard-headed. He thinks he knows everything. When clearly the older brother knew everything was right. The older brother had the right idea. He would have split the money with him. But no, the younger brother's a young buck. I did everything my way. Like, I got big lips. I got a big back. Like, no, I got it. I know how to do
What?
this. Like,
A
good
big
fucking
back?
Lord.
You said
Like,
my back's
oh my
big?
God. Like I was saying, chat, we get to see all the emotions of Tom Hardy's character, from aggressive to defensive to finally accepting that he isn't his enemy. He isn't his op. He is just his father, an old broken man, and he can do better. If he expects his dad to do better, he can do better. So again, you don't always have to keep your guard up. You don't always have to put a shield up and then bash someone with it. You can just put it down and accept that they are who they are. Okay? That's all I'm trying to say. So I like this scene because we get to finally see him break down. Something the older brother probably could do too, but again, we see it later, I think, when he lets his child see him again. I can't remember how that ends, but either way, you know, no, I think he gives the dad a nod. He gives the dad a nod when he's beating Cobra or something. The dad says, "Good job," whatever his name is. Then he gives him a nod to acknowledge him, like, "I see you." Like, that's all it is. It's all it's ever been about. I see you, you see me. That's all it's ever been about. And I think this movie is a good. I'm glad we did it. It's a good example of the troubles we go through, especially our generation, because it isn't until you see them as they are that you kind of feel sorry and you're like, you know what though? They've only ever hurt themselves more than they've hurt us. They've hurt us, and it's valid and it's true, but they only ever hurt themselves. Because like I was saying earlier, the opposite to this scene, I stood up
Uh-huh.
to my father. You said that you said something. I didn't say anything like that. I told him, he made his little rant, his little temper tantrum with our mother, and he did this in front of company. But by this time, I was a father now. I was married now. Y'all were there, and you and your wife were there. My kids were there. We're all watching a movie. I think we're watching Whiplash, and I had to go outside. He went and walked away. He was gonna go buy his beer, walk to the store, and come back. So I went, got dressed, got my boots on, got my jacket on. It was wintertime. And I went outside and I waited for him and I waited for him. I waited for him. And then he showed up with his beer in hand, of course, because he needed it. And I told him, look, you can come back inside, but only after you calm down. And when you do calm down and you come back inside, you aren't going to talk like that anymore, especially while I'm here and while he's here. Your son is here visiting and he's got his wife with him, and you're acting a fool. I get that she can, because again, he's arguing with my mom, which is why he's throwing his temper tantrum. And I said, and I get she can be the way she's being, but that's still no excuse. You either
Whose
act
house
right.
were we at?
Our mother's house in the middle of my bridge. Always. What difference does it make whose house we're at? That's
I'm
not
trying
part
to
of the
picture
story.
it in my mind.
swear
I'm
to
trying to
God.
picture it in my mind so I can recall it as well.
Anyways, so I
You're not
tell him
lying,
he's not
are you?
allowed to go back inside our mother's house. Otherwise, it's going to get physical. But again, my Spanish is broken, so it probably didn't come out exactly as articulately as I'm pointing it. But I do remember saying in Spanish that if it came to blows, I was gonna beat the fuck out of him because he's not gonna do it anymore. I said he's too old to be doing this, and his first excuse was, "Well, I'm sorry, but your mom is being a bitch. She won't stop yelling at me. She won't stop talking." I said I was gonna let him say what he said to validate him because what he was saying was true. There was no reason for her to get in his face. There was no reason for her to talk down to him like a little child. He just wanted to go to the store to get some beer. He's a grown ass fucking man. He's allowed to do that. But I said, you know what though? No, I'm over 25 now. I'm married now. I have kids now. My brother's visiting from the military. He has his wife now. We're too old to keep letting this be an excuse, and we're too old to keep letting this be a thing. So I said no. I cut him off. I said no. Yes, I just told you she can be like that, but that's no excuse. You don't have to be like that. You know she's like that, so you can do better. So make your choice before you go back in there because that's exactly what will happen. I will beat the fuck out of you. So I go back inside. He's out there for 5 minutes. I wait because I want to see what he's gonna do. He comes back inside. He goes to his room with the beer, and then he stays there. But I thought maybe he'll learn from this. He doesn't learn from this. Turns out he wasn't just doing alcohol; he was also doing drugs. And then one night after y'all had left, and I don't remember when exactly. I just remember he came inside and he gave me this look, kind of like Nick Nolte gave Tom Hardy's character's look. But this look was, I could tell he was on drugs and not drunk. And he was acting all whatever. And instead of being, how I was that night, I just kind of stood there waiting to see what he's going to do. Because I was like, what is he going to do? This looks like he wants to hit me. It looks like he wants to get physical with me. And I'm like, he just came back from wherever he came back. And what does he do? He's standing there brazenly with his chest puffed out. And he's like, get us. But his eyes were black. And I was like, holy shit, he does want to fight me. I said, nothing. And I walked away because I was like, holy crap.
Get us.
And I was just like, really? Really? You didn't learn anything. You thought I was trying to intimidate you. You thought I was trying to show you I was the man in the house. I was just trying to tell you, you're not allowed to talk that way to our mother anymore. And you're not allowed to do that in front of our brother anymore. You're not allowed to do that. I said, it's as simple as that. Just don't do that. And his response was, now I'm going to get high. Now I'm going to come home and I want to fight now. Because again, especially with you throwing up the hands and shoulders, get is, and I was like, wow. I said, I'd have to kill you then. Because this wouldn't be a fight. I'd literally have to kill you. And so I walked away. I said, nothing. And I walked away because I said, I'm not going to do that. This is not the life I want. I don't want to have to kill my father or beat him to an inch of his life. Because what does that serve? What purpose does that give me? That gives me nothing. I won't feel happy about that. I won't feel good about that. I'm not going to be at the bar telling the fellas, yeah, man, you ever just try to put your dad in his place? No, I would have felt like shit after that because that's exactly where it would have to go. And I said, you know what, then we need to move out. I can't do this anymore. I'm not going to be a part of this. He's not going to change. He's going to keep being the same. And that's exactly what happened. We ended up moving out, getting our own house. And then he went through whatever he went through. And then again, now he's nothing like that. He's trying to get sober and he's a he's a broken, brittle old man. He's got the shakes. His withdrawals is killing him. His liver shot to hell.
You need to shove it back to him. Hit him in the corner as you're walking through the house.
Again,
get us.
You're talking like the young version of Tom Hardy. You're not willing to accept that he's just an old man. There's no point in winning a fight that you know you can win. And there's no point in winning a fight you don't want to win. I don't want to win that fight. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight my father. I don't want to know I could beat him. I know I could. What is the point? I don't want my children to look at me one day. I don't want to look at my children like that one day. I don't want that level of animosity. I already had let that happen. My son told me when like I said, when I mentioned it earlier, when he called me saying that, you never called. And I was like, well, he told me not to call. And then he had to throw it in my face of, the last time you slapped me in the face, you gave me this look like you enjoyed it, like you had this smile. I said, Aaron, what the hell does that have to do with anything? What? I said, you're talking about your mom and me talking shit about your mom to someone else. And you're telling me not to do that. I said, I'm not going to promise not to do that because I can't not do that. Your mom is not doing good with me right now. She's treating me like shit. So I am going to tell the truth. And if it's not shit talking, if it's the truth, well, you just need to keep her name out of your mouth because you just this is how you always are. I said, this is not how I always am. I said, I'm trying to be better and different, but your mom is causing me to get angry and causing me to say things that just because they're true doesn't mean I can't say them. Well, no, because
you know what I would never.
Exactly. No, because again, I'm not going to talk to my kids that way. I had other people tell me they heard this convo because this convo happened while I was at work. And they're like, why didn't you give me the phone? I would have told your son this and that. I said, but no, I don't want that to happen with my son. Even if he's wrong 100%, I'm not going to let myself be in that position.
It's not that I do think he's wrong, but I think it's because of a lack of education.
Well, yes, because again, and I don't blame him for that. I blame myself. Yes, he's arrogant. Yes, he makes his choices, but I blame me. If I put more effort into what I was supposed to do when I was supposed to do it, I wouldn't have raised this Tom Hardy and the other guy's character. I put it on me. It was on me. I could have done better. I was feeling bad. I was feeling low. I could have done better. And so I accept the responsibility, and so I have to do better. So I'm doing better now. I'm sober now. I'm regulating my emotions now. But all that doesn't mean nothing to
It-
him
How
until
about this?
he's ready.
How about this? Is it fair to say she was your wife before you were his father?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I think that's, to me, as far as the grounds of, if your kid says you keep my mom's name out of your mouth, it's like, well, first of all, that was my wife before I was your dad. So like in terms of like you're trying to claim something.
Yeah.
Like, that's not nothing to me. Like that's not nothing to me. Like don't put that like it's nothing, because that's something. Like I can't
guess-
put it into words, but
No, I know what
and
you're
I'm not
trying to
get
say.
violent, but it's
No,
just more of
I know
like
what you're trying to say, but
I've
for
got
me, I
respect
think it's
too
because I
that
had that
you-
moment with our father that I was reliving it in that moment. When he was telling me that, I was like, holy shit. I have my son telling me the exact same thing I told my father. I wasn't abusive. I wasn't physical. I wasn't a drunk degenerate.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't any of the things my father was. But my son still went to that level of telling me to not to keep my, his mom's name out of my mouth, to not disrespect his mother. In that moment, I
it's
saw,
'cause
holy crap.
I already know. I already know. I don't know, but I know. Which is she's spewing all this shit behind you. You're not there to see it, but no doubt in my mind, she's spewing all this bullshit. Like he's fucking.
Well,
saying
yes,
he's
and that's
doing
what
this,
everyone's
he's
saying.
like-
Yes,
and she
she's
lives
feeding
with
him the
or
negativity.
the kids live with just the negative. So he's like, oh my god, like 24/7. It's you're on a fucking forever news feed of bad stuff for you.
Yeah.
But you never get to defend yourself. Yeah.
But I understand that though, especially now that I've walked through what our father walked through. So I can either choose to do what he did, and so what? ¿Qué quieres, huh? Who the hell? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do the opposite. Because again, I don't feel like a man when I do that to my 15-year-old son. I don't feel good about that. I know he's wrong, and because I'm an adult, I can make a different choice. And I just listened to him, and I said, okay. I said, well, I'm not gonna promise you I can't. I'm gonna do that because then that would make me a liar. And then, well, that's all you are is a liar. And I'm like, well, if I'm a liar, then what is me promising not to do that going to change? Because then you still won't believe me. I didn't say that to him, but in my mind, that's what I was processing. Because I was just like, okay, son, well, I'm sorry, but no. I said, I hope to hear from you. And then he just hung up. And I was like, good Lord. And so again, he has that anger and hatred inside of him right now. And it's justified. His feelings are valid. The only thing I can do is give him a space to where, you know what? One day he's gonna let go of it, and one day he's gonna try to let go of it, or maybe one day he's gonna have to see me like these people see him. He's gonna see him as an old man, and that's all I am. I'm just an old man. I'm not a monster. I'm not this villain that his mother made me out to be. I'm not this villain he perceived me to be. I'm just a guy who made a lot of mistakes. I'm just a guy who, even when I didn't try my best, and I could have tried my best. I'm just a guy, and then hopefully one day he'll be like, okay, well I'm ready, and then again, because that's all you can do is be there and wait. I can't reach out to him because he told me not to reach out to him. So yes, I could reach out to him,
Did he?
but the last time I reached out to
Why?
him, he told me I can't read it because I
Why?
deleted the message. He said, I don't know why
Uh,
you keep texting me, but you need to stop texting me. I don't care about whatever he has to say, blah, blah, blah. And he said a lot of mean stuff too. I showed it to everybody because,
Yeah.
again, I don't want to think I'm crazy. And they're like, what? This is who? I said, this is my middle son. Why is he talking to you like that? And I said, I get he's angry, but holy crap. And I said, I think it's because he knows he can, but it's okay. I'm just going to listen to him. He told me not to, so I'm not going to. Obviously, he knows how to reach me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let him reach me. But anyways, so yeah, I'm just saying, like, I think once you get to that level of you can stop seeing him as this persona we built him out to be. You could be like, you know what? He isn't this giant dog.
I think that's good though. Honestly, that's the better play for you. Is you don't hold it against them. Don't try to fight them on it. Just all right, whatever you think you need to feel, and however you think you need to conduct yourself. Got it. Go ahead, do it.
Well, yeah, because that's not what works for me is going to work for everybody. For me though, I'm going to allow them to feel what they feel because that's not how I felt. I didn't feel like I could emote. I didn't feel like I can hold on to what I was holding on to. I either had to deal with it or not be heard or shown it. So I was like, no, I'm going to let all my kids feel that. All of my older children have gone to the point of, I don't think I could talk to you. I don't think I could take care of you. And they've come around and now we talk and now we meet and, because again, they're children. We are also children. We're gonna go through our emotions. One day we're gonna feel good about it. One day we're gonna feel bad about it. One day we're gonna be angry. One day we're gonna, we're always gonna have different emotions. The best thing our parents can do for us, and I say parents, not just mom or dad or mom, our parents can do is just be there for us when we're ready to regulate those emotions we're feeling to them. It's the best thing they can do, because that's what I want. That's all I want. So I'm gonna give that to my children. I want to give them that space of when they need it, when they want it, it's there. And not everyone can do that. Not everyone wants to do that. Again, I can hear it from you. You would do the opposite or different, and that's okay. Again, we're not all gonna have the same thing, but that's how I go about it. Is like, okay, well, if I push too hard, I'm pushing them away. If I grab at them too hard, they're gonna pull away. So the only best thing I
No,
can do
what
is,
you said. What would I do if my kids didn't want to talk to me?
well, I said based on your reaction, I could hear how you would handle it if you were in that situation.
How do you think I would handle it?
You were just saying
I'm
right
curious.
now how you were thinking about my wife first, and not that I get violent or physical, but I would let it be known like you don't get to talk to me that way. I'm like, well, that does nothing for me. Maybe you need to say that for you. Maybe as a father, an adult figure, if your child is coming at you like that, not knowing the midst of your divorce and all this other stuff, and like, because yeah, they're children, they wouldn't know. Even if they think they know, they don't know. They're not the ones living it. So yeah, who are they to say this and that? But again, that's what it comes down to. They are
Gotcha.
children, so there's no need to
Mhm.
get down to their level of it or overstep them and be like, well, you have no idea what you're talking about, so keep your mouth shut. No, we can just, all right, okay, I'm just gonna back away. You deal with your little emotions, or you have
This is
your,
grown folk shit. This is grown
yes,
folk
this is
shit.
grown
You
folk.
get this-
But again, I heard that too growing up, so I was like, no, 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 I'm gonna get down to my kids' level all the time, but in a good way, in a nice way, because again, people have seen it in public. Oscar, I'm so proud of you. Whenever I see you discipline your kids, even in public, you never talk over them. You always get to eye level and you speak to them on their level. I was like, well, yeah, that never happened for me. I will always do that as many times as I can. And like, I'll bring it back full circle and then I end it. I did
Okay.
slap him. He was very
You've been going
disrespectful
for a
the time
while.
he was talking about. He was not listening to not just me. He wasn't listening to his mother. And I was just like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to have this happen. You're going to do what we're telling you to do, because there's just no way around it. I regret doing that because again, I saw what that got me. Now he's holding on to that forever. He's never letting it go until he chooses to let it go. I could have just
one
walked away.
slap out of 1,000.
Again, but that's not how he saw it. He didn't see it as one slap. I didn't knock him down. It wasn't like freaking the invincible, out of nowhere. It was literally just like, how dare you, And he took it like a man, because it wasn't, it wasn't a conquest grab. It was a how dare you? And I wasn't smiling. After I did it, I said I should have just walked away. I should have just walked away. Why the hell didn't I just walk away? He's a teenager with teenage hormones. Just walk away. Just walk the hell away. If he wants to stay home, let him stay home. He doesn't want to go with us to the store. Let him fucking stay home. There's no point. I can do better than that. Yeah, or I can go, Omni-Ran route. Yeah, and I'm not gonna do this. This is something I think you would do. Oh really? Oh really? Keep my wife's name out of my, like, I think not. Yeah. Here we go, chat. Here we go. Oh God.
Fuck it.
Why did you make me do this? You're fighting so you can watch everyone around you die. Think, Mark. You'll outlast every fragile, insignificant being
Pause it
on
real
this
quick.
planet. You'll live to see
Pause
the
it.
Yeah, pause it real quick. Chat, I'm
Yep.
gonna try to show you real quick. As we were talking, my oldest son texted me, "Hey Pops, can I come over for a bit on Sunday, sometime in the afternoon?" And I responded, "Absolutely, son." Do you see what I'm talking about, chat? The universe, that karma, it comes back around. So yes, I was a bad dad at times. Yes, I was an angry dad at times. Yes, I was a neglectful dad at times. But I was more good than I was ever bad. I just failed to see that in myself. So I try harder now. Like you were saying earlier, well, now he chooses to listen to me to not talk. Hey, sometimes it takes us getting older to realize, you know what? I can put my pride aside. I can put my ego aside. And yes, I can just be there when they're ready and I can just walk away. And now look at it. So I'm glad my son just texted me. Go figure, chat. That's hell yeah. And again, 7 kids. I haven't seen half of them in
See that
forever.
now. So he's like, this is it. This is the last talk we'll ever have, Dad.
But
I'm like, what?
I'm holding space, chat. I'm holding space that they're gonna remember all the good, and that when we do reconnect, they're gonna, it's just like I'm treating them. It's gonna be a drop in the bucket. It's okay, Dad. I know you're going through a rough time. I know you and Mom are going through a lot of crap, and we were in the middle of it. But it's okay. I know you're a good man, and I know you're a good dad. I'm hoping for that because that's who I know I am. Anyways, the opposite of that. What happens if we take the Omni-Man route?
See this world crumble to dust and blow away. Everyone and everything you know will be gone. What will you have after 500 years?
Oh, you God. I still have
Brian.
you.
It was right then he realized he fucked up.
Yeah.
He sees the blood, his
Regret.
own son's blood on his hands, and he said, "Fuck."
I'd argue, isn't this The Boys? That happened
No,
in
the boys copied
too.
this. You said that last time. The boys copied this. This came out first. Even the comics.
The comic book? Which comic book? came
Yes.
first? 'Cause they're both comic books.
Invincible came out before the boys. I swear to God, you never fucking listen. You always want me to repeat myself. This is what I'm talking about, chat. This is what I'm talking about. He's always doing this. He's always doing
Hey,
this.
real quick.
I gotta take a piss.
Is that a bot in the comments on Twitch?
Where am I on Twitch? Oh, I don't have Banter Bros Twitch pulled up. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Banter Bros.
Chrissy PH01.
AI viewers. Yes, that's a bot.
Well, there you go.
Oh, I should have put it
Yeah.
on there too. I wonder if it's too late. You probably
On my
gotta go.
Twitch.
I should have put it on our Banter Bros Twitch, the plugs, but I only put it on mine. It's okay. Anyways,
Yeah.
again, it's all right. Anyways, chat, you heard.
That's fine.
Well, no, you haven't
Okay.
even said your side of it. What's your side of it?
Which part?
All of it. I think chat heard enough from me of where I stand with it. Again, no matter what they do, how angry they get, justified or not, I'm never gonna talk to them like I would talk to them. I can't. And
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah. I
sometimes
think
you can't come back from that.
I think simple. I'm a simple man with simple
Real quick,
beliefs.
can you stop sharing the screen if we're not watching anything? Jesus Christ, it's
Oh
pissing me
yeah,
off.
yeah, sure.
Because you start lagging
wait.
too, because your internet can't take it.
Yeah, I see that. What the hell? I'm trying to
I'm
find the thing. There it is. All right.
Perfect.
All right, back to us. Man, maybe I should get gauges. I kind of look kind of fly.
Fucking
Get some
Yeah.
tattoos too.
yeah.
Get a little
Okay, I've
leaf
seen
on
this
it.
movie,
What-
and then next year
you
you're
got it on the arm?
divorced, and then you're Anna's going around telling everyone he just wants to be 20 again. I don't understand it. That's what you look like. You look like Manuel, man. It's freaking crazy. I don't understand. No, it's
How's
because the
Coke
big
look?
glasses. He literally had those big ass glasses. I can't do that. My face isn't built like that.
Coke bottles. You gotta get the. You look like you have the same ones. What are you talking about?
These
and
are square. Yours are big and round.
It's just hairy. It's just hairy.
Anyway, it's just Harry.
It's just hairy.
So, how do you feel about
Well,
Warrior? How do you feel about how Tom Hardy's character, or even the other brother's character, how do you feel they took a?
I think it's hard to say. I feel like he went too far. He's got to be. No, he's not 30-year-old man. He's 20 something. He's close to 30. What I was going to say was his maturity. I was the same way in my early 20s where I would lash out. Or I was ready to fight my dad if I needed to. But now that I'm older and my dad's older, I feel bad. He's like you said, he's brittle. Like I'm aware of these things. Like I'm not gonna get anything out of this. This isn't nothing good. Only bad things. Like this will not. I'm a grown ass man. And he's an old man. This is nothing good is coming out of that. So like we're well past that. And kind of like you said too, it's like I could dig and keep bringing up old shit, but also I've been at a point for a long time where like it weighs on you. Like I don't want to harbor resentment harboring and holding on to things like takes so much energy, and it costs you, it's taxing. There's a lot of negative, like you live in it. Like if you keep talking about it and do it in your head, like your life is now that. Whatever you constantly do and repeat and think about, that's your life. If it's fear, anxiety, worry, you are a life of fear and anxiety and worry. And so I try to forgive everybody. I don't forget. I don't forget now, but I forgive everybody, and to include my dad, because I don't want to live with that anymore. Like you can live with it. Like I don't want that anymore. Like I want to move on with my life. I want freedom of my spirit, my mind, my body. So I've grown, I'm mature. I wouldn't, but like I said, I won't forget. So like you're not coming to all the special events. Sorry, I didn't forget. I do forgive you, but it doesn't mean you get to come and mess up my with your grandchildren. Like I don't need them to have that stuff too. I saw you do it too. You open your arms to them, but you're like, hey, I'm not fucking ignorant. Like I know who you are. Like I don't want to get them in the whole, hey, grandpa, hey, grandpapa, like, because you know in a second, what happened to grandpa? Yeah, he's gone. He's in jail, or he's crying. He's like, he loves y'all. And he's saying, oh, I'll be back. Like, I'll miss y'all. Like, sorry, I gotta go. They're kicking me out, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know his MO and how he is. So, like, you wanted him involved, but you also weren't going to be naive and play it like, oh, it's all going to be hunky dory. Like, it ain't going to be all hunky dory. I'm willing to let some of it in, but I'm not willing to let you be that vulnerable again, because that's just your character. Like, that's just who you are. I'm not gonna drag you through the mud anymore, but I'm not gonna also let you hurt us. So there's like a fine line between that. But that's my stance on that.
Well, yeah.
Horoscope.
I hoped that he would with the grandchildren, like in the movies. I base everything I do on movies. I hope that it would change him and he would do better. I saw a lot of people from our generation get bitter because, you know, their mom and dad treated their children better. And I'm like, well, yeah, they have a second chance now. They have a ability to, their frontal lobe finally developed and they finally healed from whatever the hell they were, you know, maybe we were the problem, whatever, or their parents are finally dead. So of course they're able to treat their children better. And I was hoping that would happen with him. And I was excited and waiting for it. But it didn't. It was cool, but he never stopped hurting himself. He never stopped uh you know, diving into his demons and stuff. So it reflected on it. And then I remember the one day he tried to correct my son, and I was like, I don't know what you thought you were gonna do when you did that, but you're not the man of the house. You're not his father. I'm his father, and all because my son went to take out the trash, and instead of tying it from both ends, my son learned to spin it and then tie that end. And I didn't like it, but I said if that's how he's gonna take out the trash, let him take out the trash. But when our dad saw it, he was like, "Don't fucking do that. You fucking grab it from both ends. You do this, or you leave it there, and I'll do it." And I was at the table, and I was looking at him, and I looked at mom, and I looked at our sisters, and I looked at my wife, and I said, "Is he fucking serious right now? Is he fucking serious right now?" I said, "Hell to the fucking no." I said, "Aiden, you take out the trash however you want to take out the trash. Good job taking out the trash. Thank you for listening. Thank you for doing right." I went up and I got the bag and, you know, I was like, oh, because I was like, this is going to be the day. This is going to be that day. And then he gets up and walks away. And I said, oh, thank you. Please walk away. I said, because I don't want this to happen. I said, oh, no. And then I remember our sisters and I talked about it later on. He was like, yeah, I can't believe he thought in his head the audacity, you know, like the real audacity. And I was like, for fucking real, man. Like, just because we're living here doesn't mean we're kids. Like, Jesus. Like, oh, no. And I was just like, and this what sucks is like sometimes you have to, like you were saying earlier, you were alluding to, you have to give it back to them. You have to put them in their place. I believe that, but I'm not that kind of person. I think when I give that energy back, it doesn't just, oh, now it dissipates. It will always come back. It will be a cycle. So I try not to, because the few times where I try to give the energy back to people who treated me like that, it just kept one and over and over and over. And I was like, okay, so I'm not the kind of My karma won't allow me to do that. I have to be the bigger person and walk away or just let it stop there. Because if I get in the mud with them, I will get dirty. I will get hurt. It will never stop. So I think now he can do better, but I also, like you said, I don't. It doesn't stop who he is. It doesn't stop. How old is he? 60. He was born in
Yeah,
67.
that sounds right.
So it's ingrained in him, unfortunately, and it doesn't help that his father's dead. His father passed away before they could heal. His mother's
Oh, get the hell
probably
over
passed
it. Get
away.
over it. Get
So,
over it.
like-
That's what I gotta say to my own dad about his dad. Get over it. That fucking happy Father's Day for you. Get
Well,
over
again,
it.
it's hard to get over it when the person you need to get over, you got no closure. But it is what it is.
I'm curious. Matter of fact, timestamp. Old man's gonna croak one day. Are you gonna be crying over his funeral? Are you gonna be happy, joyful? Are you gonna be like smoking? We all saw this coming. Woo, put him down in the dirt. Flush that turd.
Real quick, do you have other tabs open? Close all your other tabs because you're lagging up really good.
I don't have other tabs open. No, they are
Okay,
closed.
I don't know why you're lagging. No, I've already, again, over literally decades, I've imagined every single one of y'all dying and wrote each and one of y'all eulogy, not once or twice, but several times.
That's
I needed to
that
learn how to
feels not
process.
good.
It sounds not good, but it is good because I wanted to learn how to process. Because each time I did it, it was clear that at the time I did it, I either saw a movie or something in the real world happened, or either way, I was just emotional. So I needed to get it out. And so again, I journal, so I got it out. And then by doing that though, now I'm like, oh, I'm gonna tell a funny joke about each and every one of y'all. It's gonna be hilarious.
What would
I'm like-
Dad's eulogy? Give me the clip notes. Dad's eulogy.
Cliff notes.
How's it going for you?
All
notes.
right. Well, we're all
Spark
here.
notes. Or
We're
what was
gathered
it?
here because this old man passed away, and he wasn't a good old man. He wasn't a bad old man. He was just an old man. He had some kids. I'm gonna give him facts. I'm gonna say he cooked really good food. That's what I was gonna ask you too, real quick. When's the last time he ate his food?
I guess last time I was there in 2020, I think.
I
That sounds
think
about
you
right.
need
20
to eat his food. I think if you eat his food, it's healing. It's kind of healing.
Did I come to Did we come to Texas before we went to Japan? Do you happen to know? I don't know if you know this.
I don't
know
remember
if you know
anything from
I
2020
don't know
on.
this.
I have a
I don't
huge
know this.
brain fart.
We probably didn't. So probably
We
2020
went
is my
to
safe
Colorado in 2020. That was probably the last time. Because remember in
That sounds-
December.
So then, yeah, 2020 sounds right. That's
Yeah.
that's
Okay, well
so
again,
6
whenever
years.
he cooks food for me, even when I wasn't living there and I was staying with Brian, he would make me tacos, he would make me quesadillas, and he'd come bring it over. And even just that, it tasted like home. It tasted like healing. I think that's what you need. I think you just need that. Let him cook a meal for you. Y'all don't even have to talk. Watch him cook.
I
Watching
would
him cook is
rather-
something.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I would rather the man teach me how to cook than cook for me.
Yeah.
Because I do appreciate it. I'm not saying I don't. I swear I do appreciate it. And it sounds like I don't because of what I'm saying right now. But it's more appreciative to me that I could take this off. I can't take that with me. I can't take the memory. But if he just taught me how to cook, I could teach that to my kids and so on and so forth. Poor people don't have wealthy people pass on property and wealth.
Heirlooms.
That's what rich people do. Poor people don't have that. We have simple things. Our traditions is like cooking, stuff like that. Like you can pass on legacy to legacy. I didn't get that. I fucking wish I'm a terrible cook. So I would rather he teach me how to cook than cook for me. Because he will cook for us. That's like his way of like trying to make up for it all. Like every time I say I'm hungry, and that's why I try not to do it because it feels like my mom will say like, "Are you hungry?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a little hungry." He'll run in the kitchen, I'll start getting 4 pots going, and I'm like, "All right, relax." I'm not even hungry. Like I was just trying to make small talk. He's like, "No, it's all right, it's all right. Don't even worry about it. Like we already got something." I'm like, Jesus Christ. And then yeah, like you said, I love their cooking, or he has good cooking, but but you know, if I'm honest, he doesn't have it in him. He doesn't have the patience in him to teach somebody a thing. Because if you're not picking it up right away, get out of here. Get out
Well,
of
I
the
think he
fucking-
doesn't have the patience
Get the
from
fuck
us.
out of here.
I think it's specifically us, because again, the minute he would try to teach you, okay, so I grab the flour. What else do I grab? You grab the thing and the thing. Okay, and then what do I do with the flour? The flour is done. Just leave it there. Why are we talking about the flour? I told you to go grab. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Again, that's what I say. You gotta admit some of it is us. That's why I said I think you need to watch him cook. Yes, I think him teaching you will be better.
s-
I also had that thought where I want to learn how to make his
You still have
tortillas.
to parent.
Well,
Yeah, sure. Some of it's us, but you're
Yeah,
adults.
you're right. Because again,
We're the
some of it is him.
kids.
He has to have the patience to it. But I've seen him do it with other people, so I know he has it. I think it's just specifically us. Anyways, I wanted to learn how to make those tortillas he makes, and it's a process. I didn't watch him, but I've watched him, and then I wanted to ask him, but again, language barrier. So he'd be like, "Yeah, it's agarra la masa y cara la carne en una onta de what? What did you say? Slower. It's terrible when you stutter." And so but for me, it's more about receiving it than actually him teaching it. But you have a valid point. I think if he, before he left this world, taught you that, I think that is something good for you and him. But it's also, like you said, something you could teach your kids along the line and something you could pass down. No, we don't have family heirlooms. We weren't rich, but we know how to make authentic Mexican tortillas, authentic Mexican flautas, authentic Mexican rice. Everything he made was so authentic. And so yeah, it would be awesome to learn how to do that and to have that experience. So because for me, I hope when you come back to the States, I want to have just like I said with July 4th. Again, me and Brian are on the opposite side of that. He's accepted in our house. He can come over. Even his girlfriend agrees. He needs to come over. He is good at handyman work. He is good at yard work. He's good at cooking. He's good at the things he's good at. We can appreciate and take, and we and let it be. I think you need to be here when that happens so that you can witness it. And I think a dialogue does need to happen. And even if we have to have a mediator there to, or we have new headsets now that translate for us as we're speaking, so we can do that. Because even when on the podcast, I want him to do that, where while we're
That'd be
speaking, he
cool.
can hear us. But because I think
That'd be
once
cool.
the language barrier,
Wait, do you gotta pay for that?
no, the headphones you can use AirPods. It's the app. It's all on the app. They do have headphones you can do that for that cost money, but again, either way, we're in an age where we can bridge that gap. And I think once we can do that, unfortunately, let me say first, I think there's a way we can do that and it can happen and it'll be good. Unfortunately, though, I think once that happens, he will die. I see life a certain way, and unfortunately, whenever I have these happy moments, or I notice some of us have these happy moments, doom almost inevitably happens right after. So sometimes I want to bridge that gap early because I know I can. I could go reach out to him and everything, but at the same time, I'm like, this would just speed up the process of, oh, now he's gonna die sooner. So you brought up him
Have
the
you talked
eulogy and
to a
dying
therapist?
about what?
Anything.
Yes, I have. Jesus Christ.
I'm almost certain what you're describing is like survivor's guilt, or it's like it's trauma.
It is
induced
trauma.
something.
I'm not
So,
the only
like,
one. Our generation has it.
you're so used to living in survival mode that you don't want to be outside of it, because then in your mind you're thinking, oh, that means danger's coming. So that's like why you're avoiding positive, because in your mind, because you're always in survival mode, you're like, nope, it means even more survival mode. So that's a bad thing. That's not a good. That's
Again,
not a. What I'm saying is that's not a good way to look at life.
That's not how I
Terrible
look
way.
at life only.
That's
I
what you
said
just
that's how I
described.
think. That's not how I am. I've learned to look at life. Again, we wouldn't be on a podcast if I thought the podcast was going to fail. I wouldn't be on the podcast if I thought, oh, we're going to be successful here, but I'm going to lose custody of my kids. Oh, we're going to be successful here, but I'm going to lose this and that. I'm not thinking that way. I'm thinking this is
Yeah,
my
I'm not
time
saying
now.
all things. I'm not saying
No,
all
you
things,
just
but
said
it's-
that's a
I
bad
didn't
way
say
to think
all
about
things.
life.
It is a bad way
You're
to think
trying to
about
act
life.
like you're a therapist, but you're not. I know what I'm saying
not
and I
trying
know
to
what
act
I'm
like a
doing. I say
therapist.
what I mean. I
I'm
mean
just
what I
trying to act
say.
like a guy who knows some stuff. I know some stuff.
Okay, again, you don't
Not a
know
lot
it.
of stuff, but I know some stuff.
What you think you know? Who is that? No, they're leaving me. It's not fair.
I know of some stuff, I should say. I don't know stuff. I know of some stuff.
Anyways, well, now they're leaving to get the groomers. They're gonna get the dog groomed.
Matter of fact, it is Father's Day. Hit this motherfucker up. I'm about to call him.
I don't know his number, and I'm not calling mom.
Huh?
I said I don't know his number. Oh,
You gonna make what? Go for it. Doesn't matter.
Jesus Christ. She's trying to
Do you want
communicate to
breakfast?
you. Communicate back. Mr. I know some things. How about you learn how to communicate with your partner?
Drink the rest. I wanted to have something. Sorry. Do you want me to go pick some up real quick? It's a short walk. It is a short walk.
Oh,
Here.
good fucking Lord. I swear to God. This is what I'm talking about,
So-
chat. This is what I'm talking about.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I said Mr. Know-It-All. You sure don't know it all. Anyways,
We're at 0 on YouTube, by the way. I didn't think that was possible. Did you?
it's because I didn't tag it. We went live, but it doesn't get tagged. The tags don't revert over when we go live. It sucks. We have on Twitch we got it. I don't know how to tag it. It really sucks ass. Anyway, Jesus Christ. Mr.
Do you smoke
Know-It-All.
or vape?
No, I told you I'm sober 400 plus days. How many different times can I say it?
That's fine. You take it. That counts as sober though. Vaping, no offense. No
Any
offense.
substance is substance abuse. Yes, that counts. I'm not an alcoholic, but I still don't drink. Anything could lead to it. Any time could be your next time could always be your last time. Good fucking God. I swear to God. Oh my God. He lives to make me flames. Flames.
I bring it up because I've been stressed, and every
I
time
know
I'm
how you
stressed,
de-stress.
I want to start smoking cigarettes, cigars, vaping, anything.
Do
And
you,
then-
man?
It doesn't even do anything. It's always a mental stimulus. Physically, it's terrible. Like,
How do I?
but all right, what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to figure out how to tag the stupid YouTube.
Should we pause?
No,
or something?
No, because we're about to get off. Your wife is about to cook you breakfast. You need to eat breakfast. Again, you don't listen.
No,
I listen clear as day.
She's not going to cook. It's midnight. She's not going to cook me breakfast. She's talking about the morning for Father's Day. Like you don't listen, you don't think. Thinking you, if you were thinking, you would
Okay,
have got
I
here.
found it. I found
You
it.
were
It's all
thinking.
now. It's late. Father's Day.
Oh, we're up to 2. Would you look
Yeah,
at that?
They
Good
keep
job.
coming
What
in
you
and
do?
out. Okay, hold on.
Do the
Father's.
hashtags. You must-
Would you shut
you
the
must
hell
do
up?
hashtags.
Father's Day discussion.
Stop screaming! You're screaming. That's for sure.
No one else
Yeah,
can
2
hear me.
people
And
just
I just
left.
heard
2
myself on
people just
YouTube, and
left.
people love it.
Shut the hell up! Shut up! Nobody wants to hear that at midnight or whatever time it is there in freaking Texas.
It's
But
9
I'll be
a.m.
honest, I'll take the screaming over just the keyboard click clacking.
Would you shut the fuck up? I swear to God, you. No, this is ASMR.
All right.
People love it.
All right, chat. Is it Father's Day over there? What do you want to talk about Father's Day? You pro dad, anti dad, if that's a thing.
It
I'm
is
just
a
talking
thing.
shit.
Mom sucks, so dad sucks is probably a thing. But again, too many
Hashtag
women
mom
villainize
sucks. Is that
dads.
you? Yeah, that person left.
Guys, Warrior, Tom Hardy.
As soon as I said that, as soon as I said, all right, I'm out of here. I can't do this.
You're hitting home.
But if I had to guess, they were thinking about mom suck. They were thinking about it.
Damn, father of mine isn't a tag. Should I tag Everclear?
Yeah, everyone will get what you mean.
So Warrior, Tom
just
Hardy,
not
Father's
doing
Day, Everclear. Because again, I just figured out how to do it on YouTube. Because you said we had 0 on YouTube, and this is why. Oh my God. Brothers. This sucks.
Boy,
Banter Bros.
This
I gotta start doing the Banter Bros. Okay, so Podcast Warrior,
The
Tom
Banter
Hardy, Father's
Bros.
Day. Let us do live stream, Twitch. All right, upload thumbnail. I don't have a thumbnail for this. I guess we'll just do that. Yeah. Okay, and save. All right, so hopefully that'll get us some traction. Did it save it? Would you miss it?
Did it say what? I see nothing.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to
Save it.
myself. Okay, it saved it. Perfect. Okay. All right. So where were we at, chat? We were saying he thinks he knows everything. He thinks he could diagnose me because he thinks he knows some things. Jesus Christ.
No, never once have I claimed everything.
Anyways,
I know
chat,
some things.
I would keep it light hearty at the funeral, just like with my mother, just like with you, just like with the sisters, just like with my children. I'll keep it light hearty. Again, I've regulated those
That's a good
emotions
thought.
so that way I don't. When it happens, I'm ready for it. When it happens, because I just asked her mother this 2 months ago. 3 months, however long ago when I saw her, I asked her, grandma's on the doorstep. Are you ready for her to go yet? Because she brought her up and she said that she's going through her Alzheimer's and the dementia setting in. And I said, well, that sucks because half the time that's what I feel like I have, and that's genetic. So now I know for sure I'm going to have that. And then I said, so are you ready then? Because Alzheimer's is the doorstep to that next level. No, I'm not ready. I said, oh, Jesus Christ, you're 50 years old and you're not ready? You got to be ready for these things, man. Because if you're never ready for these things, you're never going to experience life. Because like you said, forgive, but don't forget. I forgave all. I have let go of all, and I'm ready for all. Because again, I could always have more. If I wanted a mom, I could have another one. If I wanted a dad, I could have another one. If I had one more kids, I could have another one. If I wanted another wife, I could have another one. If I want another brother, I could have another
How
one.
could you have another mom?
I can go get adopted, or my wife's mom could be my new mom.
As a 40-year-old man?
Yes,
you
as a
could go get
40-year-old
adopted?
man. Because if I got married and her mom was really cool and loved me as a son and accepted me as a son, yes, anything and everything is possible. Chaos is everything. So I've accepted all that. And you know what I accepted is I don't need any of it. I used to think I needed all these things. I used to think I needed to feel all these things. I used to think need. Want. Now I accept the world is as it is. The world is as you make it. We didn't think, well, at least I didn't think we were going to get this far with the podcast. I didn't think I was going to be sober. I didn't think, I was going to be alive another day. I didn't know. We are as we are, as we see it here, as it is in heaven. As we believe it, so it shall be so. All right. So the minute I started telling myself I am a winner, I am successful, I am doing good, I am going to do great things, I am grateful, the more those things started reflecting. What I've also accepted is when those things happen for you, it's not a bad thing to know that when you tip the scales, that other part will try to tip it back. The other part of that will try to reclaim it. It won't just try to balance it out. It will try to reclaim it. So I've accepted that those things happen. I'm not waiting for impending doom. I'm not, no, I've just accepted these are the way life goes. Not for everybody, but for me specifically. One of the greatest nights of my life I had with my ex-wife, and my grandfather died the same exact night. That's how it happens. It never ends. It never ends. And it's like, okay, well, that's fine. But just because you are happy and some things will happen doesn't mean you can never be happy. That doesn't mean you can never put yourself in a position to be the happiest you've ever been. I've had multiple happy nights here, out. I've had multiple happy nights after that, and nothing bad happened. It's okay. When I say out, I mean just not here in the house and not just with Brian. I mean out. I mean out in the world. I've experienced happiness, and it's okay. Again, all energy has to go somewhere. Good energy has to go somewhere. Bad energy has to go somewhere. Sometimes you receive bad energy even when you put no bad energy out there. Other times you receive good energy when you didn't put good energy out there. But more chances than not, the more good energy you put out, the more will come back to you. And that's how I live my life. And that's how it is. Again, like I said, we're talking about my children. Sometimes I think to myself, I'm not doing enough. And my oldest son just texted me. He wants to come over. Boom. Karma. Chaos is good. Man is good. It's all good. So again, my older children all say the same thing about my son who's angry at me. He'll get over it. As soon as he moves out of the house, he'll get over it. Because like you said, it's easy to call. He has an earful of negativity fueling this. And that's okay. Because she's allowed to feel how she feels. She's allowed to do what she does. It sucks. It's not good. But oh well. If I was doing what I was supposed to do, she would never got to this level of anger and pettiness. But we are where we are. I can be the better person. I can be the bigger person. And again, I have good people around me now. I have people who listen to me now. I have people who accept me now. And that's all that matters to me. Again, I follow the 3-6-9 rule, folks. And that speaking. Oh yeah, Tom Hardy was 33, by the way, in that movie. The 3-6-9 rule is the key to the universe to manifesting what you want, but what you need. You have to write it down every day what you want to happen, a specific goal, a specific manifestation, a specific thing. And you got to write it down 3 times in the morning. Then you got to write it down 6 times in the afternoon. And then you got to write it 9 times in the evening. And you got to do that every day. The more you do it, the more you say it, the more you write it down, the more it's going to happen and the more you're going to feel it, because that is what we are capable of. We are capable of manifestation. We're capable of the good we have in our world. Just like you were saying, you can cut people off without being a dick about it, but that doesn't make you a bad guy. Well, yeah, you're able to do that. We grew up thinking, no, if you wanted bad people away from you, you have to be bad, just right back at them. You got to be doing, no, you can just step away. You can protect yourself without hurting anyone else. So that's what I've been doing, and we've been getting good. We've been doing good. And so I suggest that for everybody. Chat 3-6-9. 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, 9 times in the evening. This is quoted by Nikola Tesla, and we all know all the accomplishments he was able to do. So, you know, from me to you. Again, I can't wait to see it. Has your wife said anything about your gauges, your look? All you need is like a little, maybe a little goatee, a chain, you know, you already got the watch. You need some like cargo pants or some boots. Oh, good Lord.
Cargo pants.
Like pocket pants.
Yeah. That's not cargo pants. That's something else. I guess it is cargo pants. It's like, yeah, I'm not sure.
Do you see how you just had to correct me just to take back the correction? So are you sure? Are you sure I put the oil in like this much? Because I think I read once in a book, you got to put this much oil in, Dad. Yeah, go ahead. Put in the oil you think you should put in. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm going to be nice. I'll let you have that. No, you're right. I probably should just do what you said because you're the one teaching me. And then inside, he's freaking out. I need a beer. I need a go. Like, oh, my God. But again, I accept that that's who he is. I accept that that's
you both have that in common. Fragile people.
It's not fragility. It's you think
terrible.
This is not. This is a lot.
Painful.
This what you do is a lot.
Painful writing. Painful
writing. No, I've dealt with like sped kids who weren't as. Oh man, Jesus! You do this like on another. You're at a master degree of rage quitting. It's so hilarious. I can only imagine. Like, oh man. And again, I'm not saying he's a good guy or anything like that, because again, he would piss me off too. Again, he never let me win. Did he ever let you win a game? He never let me win a game.
A game of what?
Anything. Why do you have to label everything I'm saying? A game. It's not like we only ever played one game in our life. A game of pool, a game of foosball, a game of poker, a game of anything we played games with him at. Because unless you're trying to say, well, what game specifically? Because I only remember ever playing one game. That's not what I said. You don't have to define it all the way. Just say yes or no. Yes or no. Jesus Christ. I'm hot. I gotta pee. I've had to pee for like the last hour, and I'm trying.
Go pee.
No,
go
I'm
and
trying.
pee.
Answer the question
Take
first.
5 minutes.
Answer the
Take
question.
5 minutes.
I don't take 5
I beat him in everything. There's nothing to let me win.
That's why he said what he said. Because he beat him in everything. Okay. So he let you win, but he never let me win, is what it sounds like.
He didn't let me win. I whipped his ass.
What game specifically?
I whip your head, homie. You know that I will. I whoop your head.
What? There it is, chat. Full circle. I whoop your head. Oh, my God. What games do you remember beating him at?
Pool, chess, checkers.
Okay, beating him at chess is like beating. I'm not even going to make a comparison, but that's not an accomplishment. checkers. I can. Yeah.
Basketball.
This is
Doing
why.
wheelies on your bicycle. I don't know. You name it.
Yeah.
Knocking over trash cans.
I can't wait to talk to him because I'm gonna be
Skateboarding.
like, yeah, dude, he says he always beat you at all these things. I say you never let me win, and I can't wait to see his reaction because I know he never let me win because I get pissed off when we be playing foosball. I'm dying, I'm pulling my heart out, and he's just standing there like, I'm like, you can't let me get one, you can't let me get one, just one goal. He's like, shit's tough. Pick up the sticks. I don't want to play no more. Pick up the sticks.
I'll whoop your head, boy.
I'm going to the bathroom real quick. Oh my God.
I'll whoop your head, boy. With the back and stick. I'll whoop your head, boy. Your cat can get peeled. I'll whoop your head, boy. Your ass can get killed. I'll whoop your head, boy. You know I will. I'll whoop your head, boy.
Sorry, I had to. That's a good one. That's a good one right there. That was 2 more seconds.
With the back and stick. I'll whoop your head, boy. Your cat can get peeled.
All right. Well, while he's gone, I'm gonna play some music. Talking about Father's Day.
Father of mine, tell me where have you been? You know I just close my eyes, my whole world disappeared. Father of mine, take me back to the day, yeah, when I was still your golden boy, back before you went away.
This is classic right here.
Daddy,
Oh yeah.
Daddy wasn't there. Daddy, Daddy wasn't there to take me to the fair. It seems he doesn't care.
Dang, that is, man, oh man, that goes back. That goes back. All right, Chad, just you and me. So I got you fucking held hostage for a second. Oh, hang on. I got you, Chad. Here we go.
Daddy wasn't there.
Take it to the end. Let's see what happens if I hit next.
Mrs. Will ya?
Oh, what's this one? Hang on.
1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, right here. Does this song have anything to do with fathers? Hashtag Scrubs 2001, hashtag Scrubs 2026, Love Scrubs, we don't know the rest of the song. Laszlo Bane, Superman did the cover of Brisbane. They redid the beginning of it so many times. Very good song. I'm just gonna play to that one part. Cause I'm no Superman.
You know what I've been told. You gotta work to feed the soul. But I can't do this all.
I'm high.
No, I'm no Superman.
Sing it, Chad.
I'm no Superman.
I'm no Superman.
Oh my God.
Hello, can you hear me? All right, well, if we're going to hear that song, we can't help but listen to the other song. 6 Degrees of Separation. This is a
I'm
Goldfinger.
gonna get some water.
90s, baby. Hop on the sticks. Get on the N64. Toe top, 2 toes, get us up. Let's go. I'll be around there, doing everything I can. Holding on to what I have, pretending I'm Superman. Oh, that's a good one. I'm curious if I hit next. Will another Tony Hawk song play? That's a good one. I'll try another one. Damn, that's classic. That wasn't on there.
Whatever.
All right, I think we're losing the momentum. This whole thing was about Father's Day. Don't know what we're doing right now. Well, let's see. Yeah, I'll tap that. Father. Ugh. Just saying that alone by itself sounds funny. Let's see what comes up. Is that some? Don't know that one. That's probably gonna be preachy. Yeah, something about that reads Father. Not Father, but Father. Father, give us our daily bread.
And hear our prayer.
All right.
Whenever we pray. Whenever we.
Oh, good Lord. All right. I think that's all the fun I have right now. Yeah. We'll wait. He's coming back. Man said he was taking a piss, but Father's Day. That's why there's no movie about this. There's a Mother's Day movie. Yeah, I just realized that. There's a Mother's Day movie, but there's no Father's Day movies there. Let's see. Maybe there is. There is not. Interesting. Why is there no Father's Day movie? Somebody who's ignorant would probably say, "Well, isn't every movie a Father's Day movie?" What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? No, not every. Oh, here we go. This actually is a Father's Day movie. 1997 looks terrible. Sounds about right. Sounds about the time for something. Oh man, it's called Father's Day. I think I did see this one. Robin Williams, Billy Crystal. I'm thinking about that other movie though, where they invite the friend over. Is that what that movie is? Plot: 16-year-old Scott Andrews runs away from oh God. Yeah, this looks terrible. Take me to IMDb, please. Father's Day. IMDb. Let's see what we got here, chat. Boom, boom. Ooh, yep. 5.7 stars out of 10. Is there anything else? Anything redeemable about this whatsoever? What the fuck? This can't be good. We cannot. Murder priest. Down. There's no way, dude. This cannot be it. Yeah, that's 2011. That's got nothing to do with that movie. What the fuck? All right, there it is. 1997. Even lower, 5.3 out of 10.
Well, I swear to God.
Jesus.
Okay.
Maybe we don't want the Father's Day movie.
All right. Sorry, chat. I had to get some water. Oh, what have you been doing? What have you been talking about?
I've been playing songs. Seeing if you remember this one.
And then we just got kicked from Twitch.
Really?
Yeah, they're making a Austin Powers 4.
Are they? No, they're not.
I swear. You see what I'm talking about, chat? He never just accepts what I tell him. He has to undermine me. Yes, they are. They're remaking everything we grew up on purpose.
How's this song go?
Yeah, we're gonna get a ding, and you don't even care. You don't even care. He doesn't even care.
Jazzercise will emphasize. That's just such a classic.
Yes, it's good and everything, but
All
again,
right. Enough of that.
what
Do
are
you
you
know
doing?
this song?
Jesus Christ.
No, not that one. Damn, I already forgot the band, actually.
I have all my
What's the name
tabs
of the song?
closed. No, you don't.
No, you don't. I just opened them because you were gone, motherfucker.
This is why your computer
All right.
going slow.
All right, let me stop all this. I was looking up. Is there? There's a Mother's Day movie, right?
Yes, I've seen it.
Why is there no Father's Day movie?
Because I already told you why. There's a stigma against fathers and men. It's all about women. This is why it sounds like I have a problem with women when in fact I have a problem with the systemic oppression of the fathers of this nation. No, again, it's always been about women, moms, daughters, sisters, mothers, lovers. Never about brothers. Never about sons. Never about fathers. Well, it's probably been about brothers and sons, but it's never about fathers. And if it is about fathers, it's about how a father's a piece of shit or a monster or just not there. They're about the good dads because again, it's an agenda they want out there that there are no good dads. If there's a good dad out there, sure enough, he's got some vice, he's got some problem that we keep under wraps. He was always such a good dad. He provided for us and everything. Yeah, but he's a cheater. He was always such a good dad. He always showed up to all of our games and stuff. Yeah, but he also had a gambling problem. He was always such a good dad. He always took time to show us our homework, stayed up and everything. Yeah, but then he got killed in a car accident, so the son had to take that with him. Fast and Furious, everybody. So again, dads that are good always had something wrong with them, or the movie always never talked about it. But it's always about moms, bad moms, good moms, moms. It's always about that. It's never about dads. It's almost like they don't want us to talk about dads. We get one day out of 1 month that has been overtaken by 2 other things that are happening. And so
What are the other things? Now I understand. What
oh
is?
my God. So we got Pride Month
What
now,
is it?
and then we
Alright,
have
Pride Month.
Juneteenth now, and then there's also something else now. It's fighting for. There's also one more thing. Hold on. Flag Day. Hold on. There's something else. Ashura. Like it's fighting, and then Independence Day is around the corner, so no one really cares. And it's just like, why? Why can't we praise fathers? Why can't we make this height, this expectation rise and rise and rise? Why put them down? Because again, I see it
Let's
every day in the
tackle it.
comments.
Let's tackle it in order. So what do you got against Pride Day? Not Pride Day, Pride Month.
You see, I say one thing, and because you think you're Mr. Therapist, he played a lawyer once. You're a crook, Captain Hook. So won't you throw the book at the pirate? No, he thinks he's fucking Ellie Law over here. I said it has to fight with 2 other things. I didn't say I had a problem with the 2 other things. Sweet Lord Almighty. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. If I have a problem with something, I'll say it that way. All right? I swear. If you got me quoting Dr. Seuss, you fucked up. I don't have a problem with Pride Month. I don't have a problem with Juneteenth. I have a problem that Father's Day only gets 1 month out of the year. Fathers only get recognized. Valentine's Day, you should get something for your mom. Christmas, you should get something for your mom. Mother's Day, you should get something for your mom. It's Easter, you should get something for your mom. Let's get something for mom. Well, what about dad? What about him? Well, isn't he like what?
I'm starting to feel like June is the throwaway month.
Say that
I'm not
again. I couldn't
saying-
hear you.
June is the throwaway month. I don't agree. Like I said, I'm not anti the Pride Month. Maybe a little, but for different reasons that you think. We'll get into that later. Juneteenth, again, I'm not against that. And then Father's Day. I feel like they're throwing these people with a bunch of us away. Like this is like, give them June. Like Father's Day, Pride Month, Juneteenth. Isn't it interesting that we all share June? No correlation in terms of like, I feel like we're the lowest priority, and like we're just getting we should be lucky to get anything. That's what kind of it feels like. We're all sharing that, like you said. I don't know. I'm probably reading too much into it, but
You just repeated what I said. You literally said nothing different.
But better.
Jesus
But better.
But
I said it, but better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No,
right.
it's exactly what I said.
So-
We are sharing a month with a throwaway month.
No, there we go. Sweet. You got to move one. What do you move? Do you move Pride Month? Do you move Juneteenth? Or do you move Father's Day? Which do you move?
I add another day
not-
for fathers, or I take it away entirely, because then it's just placating to the dads that actually show up, the dads that actually try, the dads that are doing their best, the dads that are quote unquote doing the bare minimum. It just placates dads. So either give us another day on top of that day, or just take it away in general because we don't fucking need it. Because now all the people in the social media, they don't treat Father's Day like it's a good day. They treat it like a bad day. Oh, remember when he made you watch all the kids on Mother's Day? Or remember when he did this on Mother's Day? Remember when they did this on Mother's Day? So make sure you do the same thing on Father's Day. You know, not every dad did that. Not every husband did that, right? You know, that wasn't like a collective thing we all had a group chat about, right? I don't care. I'm so mad at fathers and dads who think they're doing amazing when they're just doing the bare minimum. I'm sorry. What did you do today? I took care of the kids. Okay. What else? I cleaned the house. Okay. What else? I did stuff. Okay. Would you have done that stuff whether you were, would you hold on? Would you have done this stuff whether you were alone or in your current situation or not? I don't see what that matters. Because you're talking about fathers doing the bare minimum. Aren't you just saying you took care of the house, you took care of the kids? If he wasn't around, you'd be doing those things regardless, right? Yeah. So I should get praised for that, though. Why? Well, I had to push him out of my body and I had to give up all my hopes and dreams. He didn't have to give up his hopes and dreams? No. What dreams? He didn't have no dream. I'm the dream, buddy. I get all this. I'm like, okay, so... Don't worry about the fucking voice, all right? Just don't worry about it. This is what I hear and see on there. The minute June started, all I saw was videos and clips and all these women angry at their husbands and other fathers for even having the notion of celebrating a day about them. God forbid we celebrate a day about them. A lot of kids don't even have their dads. A lot of kids don't even get the luxury of that. A lot of kids don't have any of this. A lot of us didn't have it. So God forbid we give them one day for the good guys, for the guys who are trying their best, the guys who are quote unquote doing the bare minimum. Why don't we just give them that day? No, they always want to make it about them. Who said that? We didn't come up with this for us. There was a Mother's Day, a Valentine's Day, a Christmas, anniversary, all these things for women before there ever was a single day for fathers.
Anniversary.
All I'm saying is, no, either give us more, even just one more day, or take it away entirely because we don't fucking need it.
What's one day gonna do though? Like, why?
It's because I see it as recognition. Give us one more thing. Again, women have a lot more things. I don't mean to say women in general, but again, they have one more day for everything. We don't. So why don't we deserve one more thing? Why don't we deserve one more name, one more time, one more something, you know? But no.
What do they have one more of?
I just literally listed off 4 holidays that have to revolve around mothers and women that don't have nothing to do with.
Doesn't...
Yes, it does. No one's thinking, I can't wait to get my dad this for Christmas. I can't wait to get my dad this for his birthday. I can't wait to get my dad this for... No. Okay? And I'm not alone in this. And again, it's not that I'm even that mad about it. I'm mad about the women who get online and start spewing all this negativity over fathers who are actually showing up. Fathers who actually want to be there for the kids. Fathers who love their kids unconditionally. No, I'm going to spew hate. I'm going to spew negativity. I'm going to spew all this crap because I didn't get recognition as a mother, or I did get recognition as a mother, but now I got to share it with these fathers. I'm like, so men just can't win? We just can't win. Again, this whole bare minimum thing really triggers me because it makes no sense. All I've ever heard was women complain about men not stepping up, not doing their part. And so when you hear about the men doing their part, stepping up, doing what they're supposed to do, he's just doing the bare minimum. Why can't you just give him credit for doing that even? Because why should I have to? He should be doing that regardless. But you were just saying not enough men are doing it. But here we have a small society of men doing it. They're not reaching out for praise. They're not putting themselves out there for credit. They're just doing it. And their wives and their daughters and their sons are showing them online and saying how happy they are for it. No, I still don't like that, though. Let's talk about the dads that aren't doing anything good. Let's talk about the dads that who are making their wives do everything. Are they making them do everything, or they chose to do everything because they choose not to?
Let me interrupt you real quick or interject. I was listening to the radio a day or two ago, and they're like, "Hey, let's talk about things coming up." And it sounded like they were reading the script, like, "Oh, this movie's coming out. This is coming up." I'm like, "Oh yeah," and then Father's Day. Yeah, I guess we could celebrate that. And there was like 2 chicks talking, and the other chick was like, "Yeah." I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck? What? I don't remember shitting on Mother's Day when it came around. I was like, but they were quick to shit on Father's Day. I was like, what the fuck is up with that? I'm about to write in because what the hell was that about?
And
Like
this is what I'm
I
saying.
could tell it was they like tried to turn it like, oh, we're playing, but I was like, it didn't sound like you were playing. It sounded like you meant that shit. Like you fucking hate Father's Day. Like you hate men. That's all. It's like, motherfucker, you're on radio. Like you're
Take a
professional.
knee. Yeah, yeah.
Take that shit somewhere else. No. Fuck these people.
When I was in the beginning of my divorce, it was like 2021, 22. I can't remember exactly, but around that time, I never had TikTok. I never had Instagram. I only had Facebook. And even on there, I was only friends with my friends. I was never outspoken or whatever. So I finally downloaded TikTok. I finally downloaded Instagram. And the first thing I noticed, and I'm quoting myself, there is a war between men and women going on out there in the internet world. I said this to my ex-wife. I said this to some other people. My ex-wife said I'm crazy. I don't know what I'm talking about. She wasn't on social media, so she didn't know. And so I was like, okay, fine. I told this to other people who were on social media, and they're like, well, I guess maybe I could kind of see that, but it never really shows up on my feed. And I was like, well, why is it showing up on my algorithm before I learned what the algorithm was? And then I learned why it was showing up on my algorithm because the TikTok and the Instagram knew I was going through a divorce and I was getting broken up. So it put me with from that point of view of seeing all this, right? Because that's all I would see. I was like, it wasn't just men hating on women, men talking down. It was them defending themselves from all this hate and animosity from women. And I'm like, what is going on here, though? They are saying it so cavalier. It's like just like, oh, like you described it. It's just a joke. We don't really mean it. But you're not just saying it once, and you're not saying it like a joke. You're saying it like you mean that shit, and you're saying it like you can get away with saying that shit. Because if a man ever said that stuff, I know you wouldn't let it go. Because you got Don Draper on a fucking show getting torn to pieces. It's a fucking show. But men used to act like that. Men used to behave like that. Men aren't acting like that and behaving like that. No, feminism won. You got your equal rights. You got your equal fights. You got all that. All right. So we're equal now. No. I'm like, what do you mean no? I don't understand it. Because from my point of view, that's how it was. I don't want you to be equal with me. I want to be over you because you were over me. Ma'am, I was born in the 90s. How the hell was I over you? You're 50 years old. Who are you fighting right now? Because you're not fighting me. I don't care. It doesn't matter who I'm fighting. You wouldn't understand. How would I not understand? You're a man. Because I'm a man, I wouldn't be able to understand the woman expression and the woman feeling. Wasn't that what men were telling you, or what you said men were telling you back in the day? You wouldn't be able to understand a man's point of view. You wouldn't be able to understand a man's field. And now there's trends about it. Women in men's field, and women are doing the exact same thing that the shitty men that they know in their lives did to them, or that they know who did to their friends. Not the good men, not the decent men, not the men who are actually, human beings and have a thought process. They're only shitting on the shitty men that they dealt with. And then they categorize all those shitty men, all those shitty fathers with all men. Because then they had to start defending themselves when they were talking all this shit. Okay, well, not all men. We don't mean all men. But you're saying men, though. You're not saying these men. You're not saying those men. You're saying men when you're talking down. Well, obviously we don't mean all men. What? Then just say it different. Why the hell should we have to? Men should be scared. That's a quote I literally saw in a comment. Men should be scared. And so when I saw that episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where Dennis was trying to tell them how women were, quote unquote, out to get men, it's not that they're out to get them. It's just they have a voice, and now they're using it, and they're angry, and they're going to try to utilize it to not just put down the men that deserve it and put down the men who are not treating women like human beings, but they're going to put down all men. Like, look out, all men. It's going to happen. And I was like, it's sad that Dennis, of all people of that show, made sense. And I'm like, and he's not the kind of guy you want making sense, but he made sense. And I'm like, this fucking sucks. And this is why I'm standing up for it. Because I said, I'm not going to let this happen. I have sons. I have sons who are going to be fathers. I have a son-in-law who's a father. I'm not going to let all these bitter, angry women talk down on men because of their life with those men. No, I have children who I raised right. I have sons who I will have in the future, and sons who I will have in the future that I'm going to raise right, that I'm going to implement my good morals and ideas on, and they're going to take it with them because that's what's happening now. they show me that I gave them a good perspective on life. But you're gonna go out there and you're gonna talk shit and treat them like shit because you think they're gonna act a certain way because that's how your mental image is? No, hell fucking no. And that's when I'm like, that's why I said it comes down to the day of Father's Day. Give us another day so they have something else to complain about, or they can understand that no, they do deserve another day because men do things even if we don't want to admit it. Men do step up to be fathers even when they aren't the fathers of those children. Even when they are the fathers of those children, men do step up and have feelings. Give us another day. Let us be recognized. Let us be shown. Or just take it away because I'm tired of hearing. You just said you heard it on the radio a couple days ago. I'm tired of hearing this crap, man. Then take it away. Because then again, even when they take it away and we have nothing to celebrate, they'll find something else to complain about. Oh my God. Now that they took away Father's Day, now they're crying and now they're whining. Like, why can't women just have what we want? Why is it always about men? It doesn't really feel like it's always about men. It just feels like you want it all about you. And when it's not all about you, you got something to say. And it sucks to even say this because I don't want to talk like this. I don't want to say it, but I can't ignore it. It's true. Again, this I said 2021, 2022. It's 2026. This is 4 years ago, and I see it today. I see it in the fucking comments all the time. And I'm like, why? And what's worse is I see the exact same thing on the other side. I see men harping on moms, harping on bad women, harping on like, this is why I said it's a war because they're them going at it with each other. Then there's people like me who are just taking a step back and like, could y'all just not fight? Could we calm the hell down? Like maybe if we just take a step back and act like adults. No, we want to argue to the ends of our days because we hate each other. I'm like, okay, well then that ruins it for the rest of us because then how are the rest of us ever gonna fucking coexist with one another? Because again, did you hear about the bear movement that they were choosing the bear over men?
The bear movement. It wasn't a movement.
It was a movement, and it's still happening
the
today.
bear movement.
Yes. So
They
you
calls
did
it
hear
a
about it. Yeah.
movement.
And again,
It's not a movement.
it's a movement because there are men in today still commenting, well, you should have chosen the bear, or that's why you don't choose the bear. I'm like, you're not helping. Shut the fuck up. You're playing into their idiocracy by getting to their level. Just shut the fuck up. Know that you're right and do the right thing. But no, because then there's instances where a man comes to save the day of a woman, and no woman is giving. You know what they're saying? They're giving them credit, but they're not giving them credit the way you should. They're saying, "Oh, you see, finally a man steps up to do what he's supposed to do." Lady, you were just saying it toxic masculinity that men shouldn't be stepping up to protect a woman because he thinks he has to or whatever. Which the fuck is it? You know? And that's why I'm like, you know what? Let's just take a step back. How about we just get rid of Mother's Day? Let's get rid of Father's Day. Let's just keep it. I don't even like birthdays, but that's a whole other thing. Let's just keep it about the actual holidays, you know? Let's just keep it about where it's equal ground. But no, it's got to be one over the other. Women today still complain about the 70%. That doesn't exist anymore. I've looked it up just to make sure. It doesn't exist anymore. They get 100% pay for the job they choose. Well, the WNBA doesn't get paid as much. The WNBA doesn't have as much audience as the NBA. They've been around just as long. They don't have much audience. Go watch it. What? Go watch these women play basketball. But I don't want to watch these women play basketball. I want to watch Love Island and Love is Blind. This is why they're not getting money. And then what happens? WNBA, all their players are getting $1 million now. You know why? Because the men started watching it. The men started watching these players and giving them credit. And now their girlfriends have to watch it and their wives have to watch it and all these. And now the women are like, oh, finally they're getting paid. I'm like, yeah, because the men came over and said, you know what? We were wrong. These women are pretty athletic. They're pretty entertaining and they're pretty fun. Well, no, it's because of the women. It's not because of you men. I'm like, Jesus Christ. We can't win. There's no winning. And the only reason I say we is because, again, I'm a father. I have sons, and I don't want them having to deal with this crap. This is crap. This is crap. I didn't teach them to be he-man woman haters. I didn't teach them to be misogynistic, but I also didn't teach them to be a bitch and fucking take shit like this. No, I took shit like this from all points, and I'm not going to let them take shit like this, so I will stand up for them. And no, hell to the fucking no. I'm like, no, this ain't it. This ain't it. Take the fucking holiday away. We don't fucking need it. If you're going to give us Father's Day, give us Son's Day. Next thing you know, there's Daughter's Day, and then blah, 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 blah. And it's a whole lot of shit. And I'm just like, can we just not?
I like that. Something.
Can we just not? Can we just not? Again, give us one more day or give us nothing at all. Give us nothing at all. Because again, I know men as a whole would be happier. Like, you know what? Yes, give them one thing less to complain about. That because once the spotlight is on us, they just start blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh my God, lady, give it up. We aren't your father. We aren't your grandfather. We're not your abusive boyfriend. We're not your abusive husband. We're just men. Calm the hell down. And men, calm the hell down too. Don't get down to their fucking level, man. Just let that shit go. Be the bigger person, let go. Because there are men now who are like, nah, they want equal rights. They got equal fight. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, I don't care if she deserved it. Calm the fuck down. It ain't that serious. Like, because again, I've seen it. This chick was pushing a man 6 feet tall. She was like, yeah, men aren't allowed to hit girls anymore. Men aren't allowed to push women around. I'm going to slap him and scratch him. He hit the hardest uppercut in the world. Who joking? And I was like, all the men were just standing there with the popcorn like, yeah, shit's tough, right? Like, fuck. And I was like, yeah, shit's tough. I don't know what you wanted. Because then when you go to their side of it, there are women arguing with women about the traditional wife lifestyle, the traditional life. There are women going back to that. I don't want to work anymore. This economy sucks. So my husband's willing to work his ass off to provide for me that I don't have to work and I get to stay home with my kids. I'm going to go do it. You're a traitor. You're trading the feminist movement. No, I'm not. I thought I was allowed to choose what I want. No, the whole point was that you were supposed to do what a man
Who are
does.
these people you're talking
This
to?
is how they talk.
That
This is how they're
you-
talking.
No.
And then, so you have these trad wives on podcasts now, on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, defending themselves from the very women who were claiming to be all women. And I'm like, no, you don't want equality with men. You want to be superior to men. And then you're just doing this cycle that men did to you. Because I will admit, yes, I wasn't born. So I did see, learning from the history books, men put women in their quote unquote place. They put them in a place that was not equal to them, but below them. But when they needed women to step up, the women did step up and they got their recognition. When men were going off to war, women stayed back in their warehouses. Women got these jobs. They proved themselves. And that should have been the moment in time of, well, yeah, let's get women to be on our level. But no, these egotistical men said, no, they got to go back to the kitchen. They got to go back to doing their thing. It took literally 100 years to get them to our level field. But then again, that wasn't enough. They still got to complain. We want more. I want more. I don't want to be equal. I want more. And again, God forbid, God fucking forbid, a normal Joe is out there minding his business, and then you got to hear this shit, man. It used to be it was only Karens. It used to be only a Karen would give you this attitude. Only a Karen would have the audacity. Only a Karen. But now they're everywhere. They're fucking everywhere. And it sucks, man. And I hate that this is a topic that gets brought up. This is a topic that gets talked about. They just, when I say they, I don't mean just women right now. I mean both men and women are keeping this war alive. They're like, no, we hate each other. I'm like, oh, it's fucking clear as day you hate each other. Like, ain't no fucking way. Like, good fucking Lord. Because what happened, there was something in the news recently. Mother, that's what it is. Whatever. I'll end it on that then. Whatever. A mom went into the pool to save her child. She jumped in the pool to save her child. The dad was falling right behind. But all the comments, God, look at that mother. She's doing so amazing. It's just natural instinct for mothers, you know. And I'm not joking. This is what they were dick riding her hard. It's just in our DNA, you know. Mothers are just so wonderful and awesome. I'm like, okay, next video. It's a dad doing the exact same thing, saving his son from falling off a cliff, saving his son from falling in the pool, saving his son. Well, that dad shouldn't have had that son there in the first place. Why the hell was that dad not paying attention to his kid? I'm like, whoa! So you want to praise women, but you don't want to praise men? Why the fuck would we praise men? They've had their time. It's our time now. And I'm like, Jesus. And this is why it's a setting, because I got daughters too, and I don't want my daughters falling and believing for this bullshit. Like, no, you know what, Dad?
Why do they all sound like that to you?
Because that's what a bitter fucking woman sounds like to me. A bitter, jaded woman. I'm tired of it. I gotta get another smoke. This is god awful. Men should have no shit. It's all about the women. And which is funny, because the same women that are complaining about men, they didn't vote in these two women in office. They had their time. They had the votes. They had the numbers. I don't want this woman in office, though. I kind of don't trust her. She might get I can't say it out loud. she might get emotional, you know, she might do something silly. So I gotta vote for the man. I'm sorry. And I'm like, just fucking say that then. Good Lord, there was men voting for women. You don't think there were men voting? I would have voted for those women just to prove a point, but I don't believe in voting, so I didn't vote. But Jesus Christ. And then the whole Jill Stein thing, I'll never get over that. So you had a chance to vote someone who wasn't one of these two people y'all didn't want in office, but you didn't just because of who they were. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, this is why it sucks. There's a war on every front. There's a men and woman war. There's a race war. There's a political war. There's a elite versus poor war. There's a war on every front. So how do we get out of it? How do we win? Step away. Just back up. You know what? This isn't my table. I'm going to walk away. Anyways, so we're coming to a close here, chat. Thank you for, now we have another episode to talk about. I'll probably release this on Father's Day. I'll edit it today and I'll release it on Father's Day. That'll be our episode. And then we'll do the other one next one.
Isn't today's Father's Day?
For you, it is, not for me.
Oh, yeah.
So again, I'll edit it today. And when I edit it, I'm gonna put an X or a number on every time you corrected me. And every time you made me repeat, I'm gonna start doing that from now on.
At the top.
Yeah, at the top.
Ding,
The counter.
ding,
I don't know what I'm gonna call it, but yeah, I'm
ding,
a ding, 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 and then like, oh
ding,
man,
ding.
this is why I'm sober, chat. Because if I'd be drinking and drunk right now. I'd be fucking high as a kite right now. I can't. But again, I've learned to regulate my emotions. I'm allowed to get upset, even though this isn't really me upset. I'm allowed to get have a tiff. I'm allowed to do this. It's okay. I can be angry, whatever. Last time I talked to my ex-wife, she said, "Why aren't you talking louder? Talk louder. I can't understand you. Oh my fucking God." I spoke louder the very next time we had a conversation. Oh my fucking God, Oscar, stop yelling. Calm down. You see, you can't win. So the best thing to do is do you and let them be. It's as simple as that. Do you and let them be. But anyway, chat, happy Father's Day to all my brothers. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of brothers who agree to everything I fucking said. We're no longer an underdog. We're ignored. We're not even on their radar. They don't care about us. The Father's Day shit I see in the store, it's nothing useful.
I bet you if you Google it, you'll find videos of many women shitting on Father's Day.
Oh yeah.
I bet you money.
I agree with you 100%.
Like, if you scroll in the shorts on Instagram and the reels on Facebook, you'll find.
I've already seen it.
Like,
they're giving their child, treat him the way he treated you on Mother's Day. That's every dad's fault because your husband chose to do that. You're choosing to blame all dads because of the person you chose. That's on you, not on anyone else. And then when they see someone else having a good life and they're treating the father of their children good, oh my God, you're just such a sellout. You just can't treat him the right way. You're choosing to praise him for doing the bare minimum. He actually does quite a bit. He actually does quite a lot. Oh my God, say you're a pick-me without saying you're a pick-me. I'm like, so even the women can't win in this fucking field. I'm like, calm the hell on. And it's just like, I'm tired of it. I'm so tired of it, man. I'm tired of it. Can we have, especially our generation, this all started with us talking about how we wanted to do better for our children based on our father treating us bad, based on all the kids around us, how we recognized each other. And it still wasn't enough. They're still angry at us. They're still mad at us. They still want us to do more. Here, I brought you the moon, the sun and the moon. You must have left the stars and the planets at the other bitch's house. I'm like, great. And it's never going to end. But you know when it ends? When we stop going down to the level. It ends when we stop acting like them. It ends when we just stop. Let's just stop. Let's just do right. Let them be. It'll be okay. Again, I treat every child I meet like if they didn't have a father because I don't know. I've heard my kids tell me, how come you treat our friends better sometimes? It's not that I'm treating them better. You're going to be here tomorrow and you're going to be in my house tomorrow. So I can give you a little space and I can put a little more attention on your friend because your friend, we don't know what they're going through. We don't know what their house is like. And sure enough, my children are 20 plus now. They told me what their friends' houses are like now. And I was right. They're fucking sad. Some parents are just fucking sad. Some parents just drop the ball on purpose, drop the ball unintentionally. They just never picked it back up. You got to give kids grace, even kids that aren't your own. They're all innocent. That's how I see it. So again, dads out there, I know they all agree. You know, and if you're alone right now for Father's Day, you haven't seen your kids, whether it's your fault or not, or a mix of both, you're gonna be okay. It's all gonna be okay. The Banter Brothers are here. We're your brothers. You want to join the chat? Come ahead and join the chat. You want to join the talk? Come join the talk. You want to give us your experience? We're here to talk with you. We're here to listen. It's a safe space. We got the website coming soon. We got the link tree in the description. Join us at the Banner Brothers link tree, the Banner Brothers Patreon. You know, if you want to join our Riverside, this is how we do it. Thank you, Riverside FM, for bringing this to us. You can see some guy's kids came in and out. His wife was talking about cooking him breakfast. It's it's okay, chat. You can make it. I had that. I no longer have that, but it's okay. I accept the parts that it was my fault. I accept the parts that it wasn't my fault. If I wanted it today, I could have it today, but I don't just want it today. I want it to last. And when I want it to last, it'll happen. I'm not in a space to make it happen, so it's okay. Accept what you are capable of doing, chat, and you'll be all right. And so yeah, that was our take on Father's Day. That was our take on Everclear. That was our take on Warrior. That was our take on a lot of things. And can you guess, chat, how many counters there were today? I'm gonna guess 11. Where some guy thought he was he was Mr. Know-it-all. Also, drop it in the chat later. Should he get gauges? Should he become that guy? I've seen the 35-year-old plus men who have gauges. You never go away. They can never go away. You might as well become a tattoo artist. That's usually what they are.
What guys have that?
I just explained what guys. Tattoo artists, hipster dads. Of course I
Name
know.
a name.
I'm not friends with them. So.
Drop a name.
There he goes labeling.
Yeah,
Always with the labels, chat. Always with the labels.
That's
Anyway, what do you want to say? How do you want to close it out?
Well, I wanted to share our website, thebanterbrothers.com.
Yeah, share it, please. Yes.
Coming soon.
I don't want to make you do it.
If you can't access us there, you can access us on TreeLink. Give me a second. I'm trying to pull it up real quick.
Linktree, chat. Linktree. The Banter Brothers.
Sorry,
Linktree.
you're right. Linktree.
If you want to support us at Patreon. We don't have any tiers yet, but the more subscribers we get, the more we know we're doing the right thing, chat. So please subscribe everywhere we're at. I'm surprised your internet lasted this long. It's freaking crazy. You're cutting out like nuts.
All right, you got this.
There we go. All right.
What?
Oh, this looks horrible. Why does it look like that? It looks like it's water.
Yeah, we should. All right, Chad. This is the Banter Brothers website, our studio. Come on down to this website. We got our contact.
Okay, stop. You're cutting out. You're cutting out. I don't think you can hear it. You're cutting out. So I'll do it. All right, this is the Banter Brothers website, chat. This is where you can get guidance from professional amateur banterers, or Los Banteros. For more than a decade, the crew has bantered their way through lives and those willing to drunkly at a bar. Now is your time. That Patreon join along in the banter. I have to cut all this. Again, once the website is up, you can join monthly content. Free content and monthly content. Monthly $1 every month to $10, where you could join our chats. You can join us live. You can even be in our you just want to type while you're watching it, go ahead. We got our donations, which is like subscribing to us so you can help support the channel, because that is our goal. We want to bring merch to you. We want to bring more. We want to come on more than once a week. We want to go live more than once a week. Let me know in the chat if you'd like to see some stand-up comedy. Savage Man here. I'd like to go do some stand-up to get more views to the thing. So you can find us at the Banter Brothers Studio, our Patreon. Please subscribe. You can find us on Instagram, the Banter Brothers. You can find us at Linktree, the Banter Brothers. You can find the Banter Bros podcast on YouTube. That will be changing soon, chat. That's just a clerical error. I wish he wouldn't click on everything. I don't know what he's doing, chat. This is killing my vibe.
Linktree. Can you see this?
Yes, I could see it, but it was a nice flow. I don't know why you had to change it every time. So we got the Banter Brothers show on YouTube, where we're gonna drop all of our
I
short
thought you were there.
supplemental episodes.
I thought you were there.
And then so after YouTube, you can follow us on the Banter Brothers Twitch, where we'll go live to bring everything to you. And then after that, you can follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music Podcasts. If you want to just listen to us, but on Spotify, you can watch us visually as well. We're pushing ourselves out there, chat. We want to reach y'all. We want y'all to join. We want to hear your stories. We have a lot of segments, Trial by Banter, where you bring up a topic, we'll bring up a topic, and we're going to argue the point of whose opinion is more valid. And then we have Mom Suck segment, where we're going to talk about all the horrible stories from our mothers, other people's mothers, and we like to get guests on so you could have a safe space to talk about your mother, where we won't argue that your mother was doing her best. We won't tell you, think of it from her side. No, sometimes you just need to say, moms suck. They just suck, even when they're doing good. Moms suck, if you know what I mean, chat. So come on board, come join us at the Banter Brothers, and we're gonna, we'll welcome you with open arms. And you can email us at banterbrosemail@gmail.com for now. That is just a placeholder until we get you the official email, which I guess I'll have to work on this weekend. And yeah, it's a lot of fun over here. We got Jackal. He'll join us later on. Thank you, Riverside FM. Thank you, Squarespace. Hopefully we get some sponsorship soon. And yeah, chat. That was it. That was a lot. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming. If you were here live, I can't wait to show you the edited version. And then if you'd like, one day I could show you how to do that yourselves. And yeah, Trial by Banter is up there on the screen. It's going to be a big hit. Just like Trial by Combat, it'd be Trial by Banter. The who's of who's. Also, the more discount bin, where we review old movies and whether or not they're worth the $5 to pay to be in that discount bin, or if they're worth more. But more than likely, we're gonna throw them in the trash, chat. But all right, that was a good one. Happy Father's Day, all you brothers out there. Stay strong, fight for your life, fight for your freedom. Don't let them grind you down. You got this. And if you ever want to game with me, chat, let me know, and we'll get you set up on that. All right, chat. Over and out. Los Banderos.
One last thing.